It's showtime!
Everyone, it's your favorite FGC Chibi VTuber. Joined with Mar and Vile again. Hopefully you guys like their recent videos that I'm popping out. So, and if you guys know, we like to start, this is complimentary time. We'll have it down in timestamp, but we'll start off with what we've been doing since, well, it's been almost a month since we did the live cast, right, Vile?
Yep.
And again, my update for me first is that, so you guys can see my content has been a bit all over the place. I got a new job, which will help with future developing. I am a little delayed, but we are making progress. I guess I won't say too much. There's a lot of things I've been developing as far as like tools and money and whatnot. Or it's a long pipeline. We got a lot of shit we're doing. And I mean, Vile, you've seen a bit of what I've been doing with my PS1 graphic stuff, right? You see my progress? So I am hustling. Oh, you're ugly. But yeah, that's my update as far as deving. I don't like giving away details because that kind of ruins the hype a little bit. But remember, this is a fan game. Working on a fan game first, then I'll work on my game because I need some practice and experience. But things are coming along smoothly and pay. I mean, right now, I've been slowed down and like even with the money, I haven't been able to save up because I have to pay a lot of stuff as it does. Beginning of the year, you gotta pay like the parking sticker and all that bullshit.
Taxes.
But I haven't uploaded yet, but there's a heads up. I got the B570. I got a brand new fucking monitor, big as fuck for no reason. And I am saving up to get a new PC setup, though I might delay it for later. Because right now I think I'll just update the CPU for my current setup. And by the way, I am planning on making basically a PS5 Pro killer. See how that does because B570. And we're gonna be covering. I'm gonna bring it up every now and then. For those that aren't aware, B570 is the new GPU that dropped not that long ago, and it's absolutely amazing. Outside of that, games I've been playing or animes I've been watching. I just got done watching Solo Leveling. Holy shit, that shit's good. Like 2 anime that I knew were gonna be good and I delayed was Jump Jutsu Kaisen, which I've been watching with Vile. That's me and Vile been watching, and Solo Leveling. I'm so glad I got to watch those 2. Right?
Dude.
I finished.
Oh man, we could have watched Solo Leveling together, man. That shit is so fucking dope.
For real.
I mean, I already watched it, so it's like, shit. Because I had 2 hours at work, and I was like, shit, how can I kill it? And I was like, oh, you know what, fuck it, I don't know when I'm going to chance, and let me get so low. And I got so addicted that I fucking finished the rest of it just today earlier, and I was like...
Yeah, what 2 hours watches 2 seasons?
For real.
Yeah, like, no, it's good. I highly recommend. But I haven't gone ahead. Me and him are watching Jump Jutsu Kaisen, on pace.
Yeah, on
but
pace.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I had to. I'm like, honestly, look, if I'm out here Jump Jutsu Kaisen with Vile, and Code's already watched ahead of us, it's like, fuck it, I can only, it's like, no, I had to get Solo Leveling, and I can recommend, no, it's good.
Dude.
It's good.
Anime of the year.
Honestly, yeah, no, it's
I'll take it further to the century.
No, honestly, I mean, I'm not surprised because I heard good things about the manhwa, or whatever it was. I thought it was another anime that I really liked. Because I mean, I don't know. It was absolutely amazing. But that was stuff I watched. I think there's other stuff on YouTube. Whatever, I forget because I paused my shit. But something games I've been playing. I played the new Atomic Fall or Escape from Fallout. I played Escape from Dungeons & Dragons. So I think it's called Dark and Darker. We played Escape from Roblox, right? Remember?
We played Dark and Darker. I remember that. And then we did play Escape of Roblox.
Yeah. And SMT5. I think I mentioned before. And now playing a bit more SMT5. I actually kind of stopped for a bit. SMT5 is it's good. Really love it. I'm trying to think what else. Those are the main. This is the thing with like once I started deving, like it's hard because I do game, but not as much as you think. And I just got to playing some SF6. I like the new Rival Schools content they dropped, and I have to think. I think there's also, but those are the main things I've been playing, right? Oh, I've been playing on Vile's Game Pass account because he's a dum-dum that forgot to cancel his shit, so I had fun with that. And also I mainly benchmark stuff. Oh yeah, like I replayed Resident Evil 3 Reimagining because I do that because it's the only good I would say. Outside of that, that's all that's been up with me in a sense. I've been you guys can see I have so much shit. This is why I haven't got like there are 10 videos, mind you. Just because the shit happened, I need to make a video about my monitor. I need to make a video about my fucking GPU. I need to make a video about graphics, and then I gotta make a video about more about the Intel. And then I got Nina videos, which you guys have seen that I made all of a sudden. It's like. I am adding more videos and I have a backlog of videos I need to edit. It's like, what is wrong with me? And I'm even thinking to myself, like, you guys know is that you guys love this stuff. You guys love these vibecasts. But I keep telling myself I need to focus on deving more Because at the end of the day, I do it for money and views. And if I could just get more known for my game and then get those people to watch my YouTube channel, that would be more beneficial. That's why I haven't uploaded that much Best Friends stuff at all. Because I want to upload them like back to back to back to back to back. But then people can see this shit and it can really gain traction. I mean, you guys haven't even seen the PvP me versus Vile and COD yet. Like, because again, that's part of Best Friends play. You know, I want to make sure that all the side videos are all good, and then we can do BFFs play. 'Cause there's a lot of episodes, you guys. I'm talking about there's a lot of episodes. And again, I want to make sure they're actually well edited and not just half-assed. But yeah, that's what's been up with me. What about you, Vile? What's been good with you?
Alright, so I'm going to start from the beginning of the year. You ready?
Yeah, that wasn't that long. Yeah, go for it.
So, Platinum Blade Zero. And this other game anime called Ari the Scarlet Bullet. I watched those two animes at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, you were talking, man.
The only reason why I watched Ari's Scarlet Bullet.
Oh, that's a good game. Oh, shit.
The anime. It's my bad.
Phantom Blade Zero?
No. Ari the Scarlet Bullet.
Yeah, I know. It's the one with the lowly. I like it.
Yeah. So the reason why I got to the anime is because I saw on the Instagram reels where she's like, "You're gonna need this." It's like American kids. How they go to school nowadays.
Yeah. There's a lot of guns in it. Why is it not popping up? Whatever. Fuck.
What else do I have down in these things? I had a soul clean. I was gonna volunteer to be line control for ASIN, but I had to back out because I got a promotion at my job. That's why I haven't been uploading any gameplay videos. I recently played Buckshot Roulette. It was really famous back in the day. I didn't get any gameplay. On top of that, my audio was low and the game was outpowering my voice, like always, like every other video I have on my channel. June 20th, that's when Capcom was almost disappeared, and I was gonna retire. And lucky enough, Capcom came back. I got a photo of Honorable. That looks like that kid from Burger.
Oh my god.
What was it? Shoot. What's that cartoon called?
Yeah, me dude.
What's the one with the burger? Bob's Burgers.
So much.
Bob's Burgers. Yeah.
I was just thinking about it. I was like, wait, is that what Bob's Burgers?
So that shit was funny. On the 24th of June, I hanged out with Codes. And that's when I received my little panda ring right here, guys, as you guys can see right now.
Oh, hold up. Oh, yeah, I did, because I gave it to him. Yeah. We didn't even watch Jutsu yet, but I was like, oh, here, you can get it, because I got a random
Shout out to my homie, Greatest Gamer. 27th, I got a gaming desk.
There's a... Wait. There's a right over... Okay, you know what? Because I want to talk about, like, new games that are... Dude, I didn't know they were going to remaster one of the SMT games.
One of my coworkers wanted to get a Batman jacket that was worth $400. Lucky enough...
Wow.
What's up?
Why so much?
Because it's from the style of the movie. And lucky enough, it refunded him, and I told him how stupid it was that he spent $400 because it looked like a homeless jacket. Because that's how it looked like in the movie too. So there's something about Apple and V-Day. I don't know what that meant. I put that in the notes. Beats me on that now. My first trash pickup was this gaming chair that I have right now. It looks red on camera, but it's actually orange.
That's kind of crazy.
What else we have here?
Oh, dude, man, we have a shit ton, man. Like,
I know.
Assassin's Creed should be an entire segment on its own.
So,
I mean, look, I said it before and I'll say it again. We should make it real short. I'm tired of talking about that shit.
Oh, no, I'm not. Wanna know why? Because they keep on trying to make it seem like that game is very successful, and for some odd reason, everyone just refuses to say that they're fucking wrong.
Like I said, we'll save it. We'll save it for the end. How about that? Because I'm sure my audience is tired about hearing it as well.
And then February 6th, I learned that there's a burger joint in Venezuela called Niggas Burgers.
Oh my god, that got me.
I ain't joking. I ain't joking.
Bird is about to land back into his nest, aka back where I was before, because might as well just stay there because it's actually comfortable and it's not as loud.
What else you got as an update?
Golf Hotel, do you copy? Golf Hotel. How many?
Hurry up, come on.
Okay,
what else
okay.
do you have for us?
My PS2, PS3, and the Xbox 360s are finally out. I got to play some old school games. I pop up a samurai game on the PS2. I forgot the name of it. I got bored.
Wait, what samurai game do you have?
Like I said, I forgot the name of it.
You gotta loan me that, man.
Yeah, I'll load it to you. I got to play, shoot, I wish Tekken 5 or Tekken 4, one of those two. I got a double KO against Steve, but I won.
Well, you have Tekken 4 or 5 on PS2?
Yeah.
Damn.
Honorable
I think it has to be 4.
wants me dead.
Oh, what did you do?
BRB.
Oh, no, actually, I forgot. He said time to off myself. I thought he said time to off yourself. So he wants to kill himself.
Yourself now.
But he didn't, so he's still around, guys, which is good. Honorable is good.
You know, I like how everybody's memeing LTG now. Like, they say, do something now. And then they got the thunder, like, yeah, they're referencing LTG.
March 1st?
That-
Oh, my bad.
No, you're saying, I said that thing popped off hard. I mean, this is all your recap.
Yeah, so March 1st, I've been stacking up a bunch of ammo. I'm ready for the Civil War.
Head ass and shit happening. And here's the other thing, too. Even if there was, do you think the left has guns? Those dumbasses ain't got shit. The right's
Alright. By the way, let's see. March 8th, I was working
Bitch, aren't you the
16th
right? What are you on
back
about?
to
You're
back.
with them, boy.
What's that? Am I on? Oh, dude, I'm on my own, dude. Even by it's free
I was
fall
about
for
to say,
me.
well,
Hey, when it starts, it's like
shoot both sides.
literally Call of Duty theme. Free for all.
I was about to say that, but you beat me too. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
you're wait a second. Now you ain't on team. You're just going to shoot motherfuckers. H.
So I feel bad for this Redditor. He posted it about an hour and sorry guys, I have
My leg fell asleep.
about an hour and a half an hour of a 14 flight to Tokyo. His screen froze and never unfroze, and this screen, and it's a screen. I'll post it up. It was a Pikachu.
Yeah.
It was right in the beginning. It was like somewhere in the beginning. I was dying.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
And then somewhere down the line, I see a photo that got failed to download image. Please try. I don't know if I trolled myself there or what. And then that's when you replied 7, so I don't know what that was exactly. March 29th, we're finally catching up, guys. Because right now it's April 1st. April Fool's. Nah, that's actually April 1st for us, but when this is uploaded, it's a whole different day. Anyways, I hit a 14-legger parlay on basketball. I turned $10 to $1,000, like my usual. Me and Audible almost won again on the Powerball because it hit on his state, but it didn't hit on his ticket. I hate my life. And that's about it. That's all I have in my notes. I had other things I skipped over because it wasn't worth talking about anymore. But, yeah. I hate when I say a lot. Remember those, when I hooked up my PS3, I found my video section. I remember seeing testers. For some weird reason, I got worried about chicken episodes and bad TV. Which mean you watched that one time.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yup.
Did I record that? I don't think I did.
Oh yeah, there's this judge I keep seeing on my YouTube shorts called Judge Flitzerser. I don't know how to say his last name. Point of being is a 17-year-old with a Glock. Judge Ashley excused his case because he was actually defending his buddies. So shout out to that judge. I know he wants to make good calls for the people, and you just never know what type of judge you get, cause yeah. Oh, February 14th, I went to Honorable to ask about what was that anime that was a copycat of Spy's Family, and he said Buddy Dan, something like that. And I can't remember the freaking name even now to this day. But I remember it later, and I told him not to pull a Gritus because you will lose brain cells. But seriously, what was the anime we watched that was almost like Spy Family?
Oh, Buddy Daddies.
Oh yeah, Buddy Daddies. There we go. So yeah. What else anime I've been watching? I have a list here. I haven't gone through it. Besides Paradise Death. Paradise Death was a good one. Highly recommend it. My new animes I'm trying to get to is Arcade Girl.
Oh yeah, I did show you a little bit of Arcade Girl. Oh, did you start watching it by the way?
No, not yet.
but you need to
Rascals
see it, though.
Doesn't Dream for Bunny, dude. That
Bunny
anime.
Rascals Doesn't Dream or some bullshit. Yeah,
That
that's a
anime
masterpiece.
was so good, dude. I couldn't believe it. I was so sad when I finished it. I'm like, no.
Oh, that had some feels.
That did. Man,
That's a good anime.
anime. Oh, come on. Yo.
Hey, what is going on?
Ma, are you killing us with your audio?
Nothing much.
Are you in the kitchen of Starbucks? That was crazy.
Yeah, but I don't want that. No,
So, yeah, that's what's up with me.
Okay. I don't know if Mars available to let us know what he's done.
Mar. Golf Hotel 00. I repeat, Golf 0. I mean Golf Hotel 00. Get it? Cause golf for greatest, hotel for hater.
Oh, by the way, update you guys. The voice actor for Akuma passed away recently.
No.
So shout outs to him. English one and the old one, not the new one. For the emphasis, but still.
Still a
big
tragedy.
change. Yeah, right.
Anybody that, yes sir.
Alright, sorry about that. I had a little technical difficulties trying to turn everything back on, but I am back. I have returned, and I am ready to talk about the #1 game that everyone should be playing right now.
Oh, I'm
Like I said,
excited.
let us know what you've done for or whatever.
Okay, during the time of the ether, which means the time that we've had this long ass break away from each other, I have been doing a couple of things. One, I have been growing my Steam account a lot more. For me, growing the games that I have on my Steam, that kind of means that I'm ignoring literally everything else. So unfortunately, I did also just deactivate my Xbox Game Pass. It's only going to be for like a little bit. I'll jump back out before the next Doom game comes out. And in all honesty, like the only other thing I'm really looking forward to, other than Doom, is Expedition 33, which comes out later this month anyway.
Fuck, there's actually a decent amount of.
Yeah, like if you look at the Game Pass and like their upcoming games, we actually have like it's pretty stacked. It's kind of crazy. Like even though a lot of people are looking forward to South of Midnight, I am not one of them. It comes out in like 6 days. More power to the people who are gonna enjoy that game. I'm probably gonna play a little bit of it just to get a feel, and then probably get off of it afterwards. But the more I've seen of it, the more I'm like, yeah, maybe it's not gonna be a game for me.
Okay.
But
anything else you've been up to? What you played lately?
I jumped back into No Man's Sky for a little bit,
Oh,
which has been pretty enjoyable. I keep on forgetting how much they keep on adding to that game every year. No, honestly, if you haven't touched it in a long time, or you've been looking forward to touch it, I definitely say play it. It's a lot of fun.
Sounds like Cyberpunk. Basically, it's the same thing with Cyberpunk. Like, hey, no, they're always adding some shit.
Let's see, I'm also looking at the other list too. Atomfall, I need to play that immediately. I keep seeing
don't
a
worry,
lot of my
we'll
favorite
talk
streamers
about it.
playing that game, and it's freaking awesome. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Hey, don't worry. This is all about you, girl. On your
But,
16th
man.
birthday.
Oh hell no!
I hate to be that guy, but I have been playing a lot of Gooner games as well.
Sure.
Hey,
I doubt it.
we
Yeah,
appreciate those.
But man, it's gotten addictive
Fuck
for
you.
me now because I have put almost 50 hours into a game known as Karin's Prison.
fuck is it?
If you like your computer to not be notified by the FBI, do yourself a favor, do not play that game. But I am enjoying it because it does have RPG features that I am thoroughly enjoying.
Oh, so it's an actual good game too.
Like, yeah, like, other than the Gooner part, like, it actually takes a lot of brain power to actually go through the game without doing anything crazy.
Like stopping in a murder game to beat it a couple times and then going back.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it actually has surprisingly good mechanics. It is turn-based, I will say that, but yeah, for those who are of age, if you have a chance, go ahead and check it out. I actually got it for cheap. It was on Steam for like $15.
That's such a random ass purchase too.
Mm-hmm. It definitely is 100%.
Anything else new, my good boy?
Yeah, other than that, crap ton of Yu-Gi-Oh! And a crap ton of just listening to a lot of podcasts, catching up on a lot of stuff that I've been looking forward to. Caught up on all of my anime. I've watched all of these Hans Kaizen. I've watched,
shit! Oh, damn! All of these.
watched everything for the 1,000-Year Blood War.
Man, oh man.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Bleach, if you're not watching 1,000-Year Blood War, you are missing out on some of the most epic stuff of all time. Other than that, Solo Leveling is quite possibly my favorite anime right now. And it's not because of the story itself,
Which is good.
but it's mainly because the animation has been crisp. It's like some of the best animation, period.
I mean, you say. I mean, that's for me. Like, it is good, but there's definitely other anime with better anime. It's mind you, as someone who knows a lot, but like the fight choreography and anime, they're good. They're definitely good. They're not at the level of, I would say, like Studio Madhouse. But the fact that I have to bring up one of the best in the industry shows you that, yeah, it's pretty good. And mind you, this is a Korean studio, if I'm not mistaken, that originally did it. So it's not nothing to scoff at. Regardless,
And they have some crazy veterans, like the simulcast that they have for like the subbing and dubbing is actually pretty stacked when it comes to voice acting. So that's another huge plus. Like if you're watching it dubbed, honestly,
I mean, they
wouldn't
have
be mad
Alex
at
Lee.
you.
They have literally Luke's voice actor voicing the main lead. Which, by the way, shoutouts to Alex Lee for getting so many good roles. I mean, the fact that you got Luke from Street Fighter, that's his biggest role. I don't even know if he realizes how big the fact he has a Street Fighter. Like, that trumps any of his fucking anime. Because at the end of the day, I always put sub, so there's a huge audience that don't even hear his voice.
He's doing voice acting work with the likes of people who worked in like Dragon Ball and stuff, which is absolutely insane. So yeah, huge ups to him for even being the main character and doing an amazing job, hands down.
Which, by the way, I don't know, did you guys hear a trend? I mean, sort of off topic, but you guys hear there's a trend of people only hiring voice actors depending how big their TikTok following is? And Alex Lee himself has even admitted that he has lost roles because his TikTok following was
Damn.
crazy.
Really?
Yeah, dead ass. He spoke out about that. Which to me is stupid considering he is objectively one of the best modern new gen voice actors. Hands down.
You know what? To be fair, there are a lot of crazy stories when it comes to voice acting, and a lot of it negative. And it's kind of crazy because it's really just industry based. Like the industry is treating him like crap.
Yeah, and even then, like I said before, the problem is that it's very clicky. Like, and it makes sense too, because at the end of the day, let's be real. The only people watching dubs are normies and zoomers. I haven't watched a dub in fucking years. So in a sense, like when I think about it, like it sucks and everything from our point of view. But when you think about it from a money kind of sense, it just makes sense. Get someone who appeals to the huge portion who watches the dubs in the first place. Like for us, we can say this and that, and even me, I'm a huge Alex Lee fan. I haven't seen a single one of his animes dubbed. Not a single fucking one. I don't watch dubs, and especially as someone who's trying to learn Japanese, dude, I love being able to see stuff and then guess what they're trying to say. Like I also need it for my Japanese practice. So it's like it's just the reality of what it is. Like it's so common. Like if you're an anime fan, you don't watch shit dub. It's very rare for you to watch shit dub. You're gonna go sub.
Wow.
You know, and the other thing that sucks too is that even though we have people like Alex Lee, for every one good voice actor, the other 10 are garbage. Like, and that's to me, it's what's really like why I don't like watching dubs outside of me practicing for Japanese, which is also becoming a really big heavy thing. I hate it, whatever. But you look at the statistics, the companies have the numbers. They're like, yeah, no, a majority of the people who watch dubs happen to have TikToks. So it sucks. But even I'm thinking like, okay, I can see the justification for it. And plus, at the end of the day, the dubbing industry, and that's the other reason why I also don't watch dubs, to not support the dubbing industry, because I think they're fucking idiots, and they underpay their workers too. They have no fucking respect.
Baka.
Mind you, there's controversy in the JP dubbing scene as well. That's way more complicated and convoluted than the American one. But that's for different reasons, you know. But yeah, no, it does suck for Alex Lee. And
To show you, there's different levels to this stuff, and inside of their zeitgeist, man, it's freaking insane.
I mean, that's why, again, if you guys want, go ahead and check out. I'll post it probably below if you guys are interested for voice, especially females. I need a lot of females because I want to hire independent and indie people because I'm trying to avoid all that bullshit. Like I said, one of the number one big problems is too many of them are left wing or wokies. Like that's a huge fucking problem in the dub industry. That's why a lot of Japanese companies don't even want to hire dubbers anymore. Fun fact: they said, "Fuck it, we'll just get AI." Because they already know that the average American fan doesn't have a high standard for dubbing anyways. Like, the Japanese have actually caught on and seen in forum boards that, oh, wait, our fans watch subs anyways? Ah, fuck it, who gives a shit? We'll just put AI English voice actors. Like, they said it's so annoying to have to deal, and they even said they didn't, like, they seen what apparently some of the translations are. Like, this is not our work. So they said that they're outsourcing. So, yeah, translators and English voice actors are going to be out of jobs within a couple years if they keep this shit up. So, yeah. Yeah, and I say fuck it, power to them, because again,
because of those rules, everything's gonna change over here, and it's gonna be for the better. Because the way how they do stuff over here is just trash. It needs to stop.
And again, I'm not political, whatever, but they wonder why Trump won. Like, who cares if this and that? Like, even let's say it's true he was Hitler. I don't care, bro. People are sick of this woke shit. And think about it, if as a Japanese person, who are you gonna vote for? Some loser that's gonna push stupid woke bullshit, or Hitler, but he's against fucking ruining your shit. You're like, fuck it, Hitler, let's shake hands. Like, that's just the reality of things. You know, telling for people who are not American. If you're from a foreign country, I don't care how evil you are. Do you benefit my country? If the answer is yes, I don't care. That's and again, as a Latinian, I as well. I'm like, Am I? Oh, but doesn't he want your people? Like, yeah, my people shouldn't be crossing into your country illegally. That's wrong. You know, that's coming from a native. And I'm like, no, get your ass back here and get to work and make our country better. But no, it'll be a lazy fuck. Okay, I don't want to get too political. But yeah, no, like, and that's what's crazy. And it's crazy that these same people will complain about Trump in office, but like, bro, look at how little effect it's actually having. Like, there's a lot of things that it's doing, and it's in the good sense, but we still have this voice. Like, you know, that's an area that doesn't seem to be touched on. Heck, and if anything, did you guys hear about the controversy about some voice actors, apparently Genshin Impact voice actors, doing some kind of boycott? And literally, yeah, the company was like, "Fuck you, we're just gonna do AI."
Good. Because we shouldn't have any tolerance for any of that BS.
And it's crazy because even the it's crazy because I don't know if you guys know how notorious Genshin Impact fans are for being mentally retarded. They were even talking shit to the voice actors, like, "Bitch, get your ass back to work."
Oh hell no!
Hey, they do play Genshin Impact, so it is not surprising just how low IQ a lot of those people can be.
Yeah, nah, bro, that shit was.
Get back to Devi.
Yeah, literally. But yeah,
Speaking
anything
of low
else?
IQ, low IQ fan base. I kind of want to bring up something in particular that has been bothering me,
Right.
and it has nothing to really do with the game. It has to do with a lot with the attitude of gatekeeping within certain communities.
Ooh, you know what? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. This will transition well into the latest hot topic. Carry on.
What I wanted to bring up, because it ended up happening last week, there was a Smash player who ended up taking his own life,
Ooh.
mainly because
Fuck 'em.
the community itself was essentially just ridiculing him and like treating him like garbage, to the point where they just banned him from every event, and he didn't even do anything.
Well, let me guess. He didn't touch little boys.
No, this is one of the few people that didn't touch little boys.
That's why I'm like, wait a
What?
second. Maybe it's seeing more like he's not a bad person. Because if they banned him, like, wait, that means he did something good. Smash just banned you.
But the main part of this, why I'm bringing it up, really isn't just because this guy committed suicide, but because of the person who basically spearheaded his banning and completely blocked him away from the Smash community in general. Like, don't get me wrong, I know there are a lot of pedos within the community that still need to get called out, but to the point where you end up pushing someone to wanting to commit suicide, all because you do not want them to be a part of the community, and all they want to do is just play the game, and they're actually a top tier player. Nah, man, that's trash behavior. So Leffen, specifically Leffen, I am calling for your banning in every fighting game community. I don't want you to be banned from Smash and then you go somewhere else and you essentially do the same thing to somebody else. Technicals already did a full-on video showing just how much of a toxic person this is.
Oh yeah, I've heard
behavior.
apparently he had a super toxic fucking Smash player.
Mm-hmm. This is the one in particular I'm talking about.
Yeah. I've actually
After
might
this
have heard about
dude's
some
suicide,
videos
a
about
lot of old Smash players that used to play all the time actually came out and said like, yeah, man, like I stopped playing mainly because of this guy. You know what? In that case, ban him from gaming events. I do not care. He needs to get away. He is the problem, and the people who are backing him to say, "Oh no, you shouldn't ban him," they too should be banned. Because if you're facilitating that kind of behavior of being happy about somebody killing themselves because you don't let them play a game, I don't know, man. That don't fly with me.
I mean, yeah, no, I think that's just in general, whatever. But I mean, it's not even that surprising that it's like a fucking Smash player. Like to me, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, we already know I'm the Doom Slayer, Goblin Slayer for Smash. I just get them in a room, lock it up, make sure every country in the world shakes my hand and says you can legally kill these people, and like fuck. And I have no like, no, this is the worst time you all. This is probably the hottest thing. Like, I have no mercy for Smash players, not in the slightest. Like, I really don't care. You're all pieces of fucking pedo people shit. Yeah, but that's just my whole thing. But I think that, in a sense, going back to let's comment down, is that in general, any kind of person in the game, I don't care what gaming community you are, you 100% one. I think you need to go to jail. The fact that you can is stupid. But 100 also no, like if you're a COD player, if you do any kind of shit that, again, like good example, Alyssa McConaughey and I think some other bitch got some dude fucking to commit suicide. I know that was the biggest thing ever. They're scot free, and that to me is fucking wild. Like to me, it's like when people do shit that should genuinely get you locked up and they're free. Like that bitch who sucks some 12-year-old's dick. Why is she in jail? You know, there's so many things that just go unanswered, and it's honestly really aggravating. You know, and I think I would loop back into a bigger case that we really, as a community overall, as a gaming community overall, we really need to call this shit out more, and it should not be okay. But no, we want to focus on killing, you know, people over the stupidest petty shit that have nothing to do with gaming. You know, like, oh, they voted Trump, they're a voice actor. We have to, like, bro, or like, mind you, a good example, The Last of Us. That game is garbage, sure. But does that mean you have to go and harass the voice actor? Like, she's just paid to do her job. You know? Like, what the fuck?
Like, if somebody's getting paid to play a really trash character and they're just following the script, you should not be mad at them. Like,
right.
in fact, let's flip it over. Harassment for the fans going over to people who are just playing a part, I think it's absolutely unwarranted. Like, don't get me wrong, there's those people that kind of go out of their way to kind of combat other people, like try to defend themselves, but they seem more offensive than anything else. Like, I'm trying to think of a good example right now. Can't particularly come up with one at the top of my head, but honestly, you shouldn't be attacking somebody who's simply doing the job. But in vice versa, you shouldn't be attacking people who are legitimately criticizing your work if it feels like you're kind of pandering a little too hard. That does happen in some cases, which is kind of crazy. It's like, look, man, just play a role. You don't really need to do anything else besides play a role. If you're doing more than just playing a role, then it's kind of messed up. Because then you're making it more personal than what it actually should be. That's not right.
And it's funny because you heard about the whole thing about how it was funny. The woke tards are the ones who said, "Oh, people need to be online for what they say." I was like, you know what? I agree. And even everyone would say, like, you know, if this were to pass, and I think sort of, it's been rifled around, like, bro, if that were, the shit that y'all motherfuckers would do would get you, because they're the main motherfuckers. You know, they want to ban people just because they say, "Oh, you know what? I think this," like something mild, like, "Oh, this is a good voice," or whatever. And then, "Oh, we want you to get arrested." But no, they're the motherfuckers like, "Oh, this person deserves to die," or they make people like, you guys are the ones, the first ones to go. You know what I'm saying? If the law were to pass, they would be the first motherfuckers to go to jail for the shit that comes out of their mouth, you know? Because they'd be saying some incriminating ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, and honestly, yeah, man, it's kind of crazy too, man. That, like, some things just should not be said,
My neck.
and like the way how people say it, for the fact that they're not even in jail because of what they say, is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, anything you guys are looking forward to?
I mean, I want to say that a little bit more because you say because I'm curious. What we were saying about the whole thing about gatekeeping, like how does gatekeeping go into what we were discussing?
No. So the whole idea of gatekeeping I ended up bringing up with the whole thing that was happening with Levin, where the reason why I was saying he was gatekeeping is because he was legitimately not allowing this person in particular to not attend Smash events, to the point where, because he has so much pull, he was basically convincing other TOs to not invite him. Like, that is legitimate gatekeeping.
Like, yeah, the most gatekeep shit ever. That's funny. Someone said, "Oh, we're gonna take that shit literal."
But yeah, no, he's a piece of trash. If I see him, it's on site. I honestly don't care if he doesn't know me.
Hey,
I mean, I sure as fuck never heard of his ass until you brought. I think it's only because like, oh yeah, there's some Smash dude. There's like a huge controversy. I heard about him before.
I'm not gonna lie, he is a legit player. I will give him that. I will at least give him credit. Like, he has
I
some
never heard
like
of him
evil
doing
events
shit.
under his belt.
but
With that being said, no matter what your accolades are, it does not mean that you're capable of doing all the trash that he is known for. Like, he is absolutely known for his toxic behavior. So yeah, he could jump off a cliff for all I care.
Toxic streamer.
Pretty much. I mean, and the whole thing when I was getting to you, but I thought of the gatekeeping. It gets more FGC well, actually, that's just regular controversy, not FGC. Loop into FGC controversy. Did you guys hear, or maybe you, Marcor, that people, especially on Twitter, where, let me see if I can find the original tweet. People are talking about, oh, that they're back to the whole quarter circles being gatekeeping, and they're because 2XKO's coming out, and they're like, they're like, oh man, I'm so happy games are more accessible. And even one dude was complaining about, they were complaining about BB Tagging and another fighting game because the game was Strive that it didn't have dash back rows. And it's like, you know, that's the norm, right? The dash back rows are not a norm. And there's a whole, like, dude, Ernesto Lopez talked about it on Button Check. Like, it's a whole dealio about fucking that shit. You
Dude, shout outs to Button Check. We actually love that channel.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's decent. I like it. I'm not into it as much as I used to be, but it's side. But yeah, let me see if I can find it. The original tweet.
Not gonna lie,
Yeah.
a lot of his content recently is, I feel like it's indicative to the way how the FGC is currently feeling, which is kind of stale.
Yeah, no, I mean, dude, think about it. Why do you think I'm making a game at the end of the day? See, okay, so I got a couple of things, but the main quote was somehow, okay, oh, you know, basically just a bitch. There are literally two big ones about someone complaining about this, whatever, but it's all just scrub quotes. Like, oh, basically short. Oh, yeah, someone even quoted Majin Obama. So in short, the controversy is like Majin Obama said, I don't want to practice dribbling. I don't want to practice loops. I don't want to practice dunking. By the way, the game sucks. Change the ball. I was like, bruh, that is literally the average. And again, one of the bigger posts is, I'm tired of fighting game developers making games and dumbing them down for people that don't want to play it. And yeah, that's...
So I ended it there because he went on a rampage, like how, as if Vibecast went back to 2021. So you guys could listen to the rest at your own will.
Man, fucking Vile, man, he felt on us. Well, I already met up with the wife, man. I'm gonna end up heading home and that.
Yep. All right, man.
I will hit you up probably tomorrow if I see you're on.
Oh, yeah, dude, I'll be
in the chat.
easy, you know,
Yeah, I'll
through
jump
the
on.
week I'm free.
So ways no trust is left is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Might as well speed up. Open the legs, I might as well beat up. Yeah, love the money, I never could get enough. I'm in your head, I might as well call you bluff. You're not as hot as me, I got the heat though. No, talking down on me, you still beneath. No, I know it's hard to believe I play for keeps though. Yeah, up past that tree, we can't disagree. She get on her knees, she got a degree. Swimming 7 seas, but I'm still floating though.
Let's be real. To me, like, I'm on it up. See, and here's the thing: in fighting game, developers have for years been doing everything they can to reduce the gap between new players and old existing players on the same game. This has been one of the worst decisions in fighting games by Tom Brady, by the way. And it says, Theory Fighter. Ultimately, this demand of homogenization in fighting games is unhealthy. With dash macros, easy inputs, often driven gameplay. Otherwise, we don't want to end up in a situation where instead of hating a title, we have people hating an entire genre because they're all the same. It's funny he says that because I already think fighting games are homogenized with balancing, but that's a different thing that the FGC won't admit. But yeah, no, fighting games are 100% getting to homogenize as fuck. And things like that, I agree, do homogenize it as well. I'll agree with Theory Fighter on this one. But I mean, I don't know, yeah, like, what's your takes on this, again, with the resurgence, especially 2XKO, I know they're going to come out the woodworks.
So we're basically talking about the idea of, like, the casual market being more dedicated to than the actual FGC.
In a sense, but at the end of the day, like I said it before, everyone in some of the comments are like, dude, a fighting game gets more stuff from how cool the characters are and the shit you can do and most people don't care about difficulty. And I have to agree. I've seen, even as a Nooblet trainer, this is immaculately true. Most average people don't give a shit about how hard the game is, bro. They look at it as a product first. That's why Mortal Kombat does so fucking well. Because I'll tell you, bro, I play in Mortal Kombat, bro. I draw a new patch, practice for about 5 minutes, became the best Mortal Kombat player in the world. Again. Because everyone sucks dick in that bitch. And mind you, Mortal Kombat's the easiest fighting game. And the whole thing is like, it's the point that it's true. The average person just doesn't want to work for their entertainment. They just don't, you know? They ain't gonna put in that money. So at the end of the day, to me, is that fighting games need to, one, have more content, have appealing content, and then have those people have something to do besides just try to sweat it out, right? That's not for everybody. You know, you can appeal to both crowds. They're just going about it the wrong way. You don't need to dumb down the entire game to appeal to the fucking vast majority of the market, folks.
Yeah, I feel like, kind of touching base on that, I kind of feel like Street Fighter did a decent job of like, you know, hey, here's a story mode, and then we have this entire online mode where, you know, the hardcore people are definitely going to be staying there longer just so they be able to throw hands with one another.
Right,
and
even then they got something for the people. They got avatar battles. That's for normies, and on top of that too,
Right.
modern controls. Like, hey, instead of doing the BB tag, everybody gets changed. Oh no, Street Fighter said, "Are you MLG? Here's classic. Are you not? Here's modern. Done." Like, why can't you have both? Porque no los dos. Like, literally, SF6 has a good template of what modern fighting games need to do a lot. It just fails in a lot of other different ways, like the small cast. The offline could have been a bit better, if we're being honest. You know, just small little things. Also, number one, the marketing. At the end of the day, mind you, SF6 did pretty decent job in marketing. It didn't do as good a job as Strive in marketing with, like, because it is true. I think in the modern era, you have to do marketing both, not just in like put YouTube ads or in big things. I think you have to also appeal to content creators. I think those 100%, that your gaming audience is with content creators, your normies are with everything else. I think that is the loop, and you have to do both, which is going to be a very expensive endeavor. But I think doing both is really good, because at the end of the day, people will see it, they hear good word of mouth, right? Because good word of mouth can still kick. Like, good word of mouth still works to this day. I mean, good example. Most of the indie games that popped out, the most good example, Vampire Stars, that was a word of mouth ass fucking thing. And it happened because one streamer said, "Yo, this shit's tight," and it kind of started a fucking you know, an after effect, you know. But yeah, at the end of the day, people are even saying, "Oh, that fighting games are gatekeeping." Like, no, it's not. And the other thing to me, that, like, what I personally think it is when people come to this discussion about gatekeeping, it's not the fact that the fighting games are, because they are. Like, see, and it's people can't sit here and, like, this is where I'm at. If we're having conversations about fighting games being gatekeeping, you can't sit here and tell me that, oh, fighting games aren't the hottest genre. Like, shut up. Either one or the other. You can't have fucking both. And very clearly, fighting games are one of the hottest genres to get into. There's no cap about that. Why else would people keep having this conversation? But even with that being said, you don't have to be good to play fighting games. The problem is Westerners have such an ego, and it's so abundant. It's the same thing as the same problem when people are talking about, like, the other thing, controversy. Why do games die so fast? People get tired of sweats. Don't get me wrong. I think sweats are a genuine problem, and same with cheating. But it's the fact that people have such an ego, they can't accept just losing. And they're so like, oh my God, look at these people sweating all this time. Like, yeah, people... When it comes to sweating, like, bro, basically we need better moderation and keep the sweats away from the nooblets. Done. That's why ranked exists, right? But it's the fact that, why do you care that someone else is good at a game? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys, like, you have such an inflated ego, you give a shit that someone else is good at a game. Like, that's what I see from it. And people don't want to even put in 30 minutes just to do a Hadouken and shit. You know, it's the self, because in Japan, no one says. You ever notice? You never hear this shit in Japan. Like, people out there, like, I'm stuck, and then they just play. And it's, again, the other thing they don't realize is, like I said, part of it is fighting games problems, because I guarantee you they wouldn't think this if they actually had content or offline things and had a self-accomplishment. Because fighting games 100% just destroy your sense of accomplishment. I'm not denying that shit. But the thing is, here's the real thing, what I'm getting at with Westerners, they don't play games just to have fun. They play games to inflate their ego. That's why COD players are fucking so toxic. Same with League players. Like, they think these things or whatever. Like, and with fighting games, it puts up front and center, oh, you suck dick. Far more than any other genre, and they just can't eat that, you know. Like that one Korean chick, she called out everybody who don't play fighting. Like, dude, anybody can get decent at fighting games. It's not that it's just, you just have to put in time and effort. But you guys, like, the second you're not good at something, you give up. She even said, like, no, if you can't get good at a fighting game, it's just a lot about you in life. Like, when something hard shows up, you just give up. And I was like, yeah, no, that's what. And I've noticed this trend, bro. I noticed the biggest people, and I stop when I'm like, you have personal problems. Like, you can just immediately tell how the weight, like if you get butthurt every single fucking loss, even when it's not your fault, you have a personal issue problem. That's what it 100% is. And I think that's really what it boils down to. These people, like, because every time you always hear, it's a scrub quote. Why do you think we have a thing called scrub quotes? You can tell these people suck dick. Same people who hate Dark Souls, like, You just suck dick. Like, basically, how to tell me you suck dick without telling me you suck dick. Like, these are the people that watch isekai anime, where it's a self-insert, oh, no, I'm a loser in real life, but in this isekai, like, no. Mar, Val, you would agree. If everyone got isekai, like, say gamers, I would be on top. Because I'm an actual, like, I'm good at video games, I'm good at real life. I'm not a loser. Like, all these people who play their shitty Final Fantasy, here's a better way to put it. Let's get every loser nerd who plays turn RPGs or whatever and these isekai. If they were all in a boxing ring with me, they're all getting their ass knocked out. Because I'm the highest rank in Final Fantasy. Yeah, that's a weak ass fucking game. That ain't real shit. You know? Like, you guys are losers in the game and you're losers in real fucking life. That's why they have these. That's why isekais are popular, bro. It appeals to these losers. Oh, I'm gonna get a bunch of, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, I can't fight in real life, so I'm gonna be a magic wizard that's level 100. Or I can get all the bitches because they can't get no bitches. I can get bitches. They can't fight. I can actually fight. You know, I'm like everything. I'm the antithesis to what the average loser gamer is. Like, they're losers in real life. They have no social skills, no job. I live in my mom's house too, but I don't live in a basement. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's weird how I'm kind of looping into this, but at the end of the day, dude, this is just cope from losers. Like, you suck at life and you hate that there's a game that puts you on fucking blast that you suck dick. On God. Like, to me, you know what I thought when I first saw quarter circles? I'm like, wait. There's something I have to actually practice and put effort in, and it's only a move? That's sick as fuck. Like, because that's why, to me, I'll always stay on the line that fighting games are the hardest, because I've played all kinds of genres. Never in my life did I go to a genre and I go like, wait, I have to practice something? One thing? Now I'm like, that's sick. I thought it was the coolest shit on earth. Because I actually come from playing sports and actually knowing how to fight. And in real, that's why, to me, if you want to be called an esport, look at a sport. You have to be able to compare it. That's why Smash to me is not like you like. Oh, how do you do Kirby's thing? Okay, you do it. You don't need to practice Kirby turning into a rock. Oh, how do you do this? You just click. There is no practice. Oh, do you want to do a chilena? Homie, that's one of the hardest things to do in soccer. That literally takes years of practice. Oh, do you want to do a duck under? Okay, you could do it, but there's a way to do it, and whatever. Same thing. And then, do you want to do electric God Fist? Homie, you better have some years ready. You're gonna practice the shit out of that. And the thing is, this is why I also say, if you ever notice, never do you see people who actually do like perfect. Like, every time I've talked to people who do pro stuff, right, and they've been at FGC, they're the ones who adapt the best at fighting games. Besides the fact that, like, oh, pro boxers, this and that, because I explained to them how it is, and they're like, oh, okay, I get it. I gotta practice. They get that. But again, going back to these normie losers, they've never done anything hard in their fucking life, bro. These are like the pinnacle of privileged white motherfuckers who've never done shit. They get everything handed to them. They play punch a baby easy games. They get fucking bullied because they're losers. They're not very fucking bright, and they've never done an actual difficult thing. Because every person, even in my comments, if you practice music, you do art, or you do a sport, you understand a fighting game. You're like, oh shit, okay, I have to practice. And that's something the average loser doesn't understand. And I seen it with COD, bro. The amount of people that play COD, like, oh, I want to be a pro MLG player, but I never saw a single one of those motherfuckers practice. Like, that's the mind of these people. They don't understand that to get good at shit, you have to practice things. Because these people have not experienced real life. Like, the honest reality, if you're a loser, is because you don't know what real life is actually fucking. Fun fact, if something's actually like high skill, whatever, you have to fucking practice it, no matter how talented you are. And I discussed this with Wild before. You can be there is talent's a thing. Talent just simply means how naturally good you are at something and how naturally much better you can get at something. There's also reverse talent where you just suck. And guess what? If something's deep enough, whether it's a sport or a video game, like, it's not just one. Good example. I don't have a natural talent for Hadoukens. It took me a year to get the hang of it. I'm more talented at Shoryukens and for Circles. Same thing in soccer. Some people are better defensive, more offensive. Oh, this guy has any sport. This guy has a better long jump, better long kick. Oh, but this guy, you are, to me, this is why an esport needs to be fucking hard. It allows for creativity and expression. That's what the ultimate thing is if something's hard and deep enough, everybody has something they can express themselves. And to me, if you're someone that hates motion inputs, you're a fucking omega tier talentless bitch. Because now, and we've seen this a bit even with SF5, if everybody can do the combos, the hardest combos, no, then it's not special. That's something that was lost in SF5 that SF4 had. You could be like, oh, that's the Sakunako combo, because only he consistently does that shit. Or a good example, even the standing 720. There's only a handful of players that can do that shit. Or the Itazan, something Itazan is notorious for doing. When you have something that has such difficulty that requires years of mastery, some people are going to lean towards some things more than the others. But if, like, something in 2XL, we're going to call it, there's not going to be a combo that's going to be renowned. Like, I'll play it, and the combo I do that I release for YouTube, everybody can do that shit. So why do the easier combo? And that's really what it is, especially artists may not understand to a degree. but difficulty allows expression. It genuinely allows expression. Getting rid of difficulty, you eliminate expression. That's why arena fighters don't work as competitive games. Because guess what? Everyone plays the fucking same. Without that difficulty barrier, how can anyone express them? How can people be? And you see this oddly, Counter-Strike. You notice older players or people don't have good reactions, they play a certain style because they can't just react as fast as the youngins. You know? It's and again, even with boxing, why do we have orthodox fighters, fighters? I forgot what the other one's called. Or you know, some people can do the Dempsey role. Some people are more of a counter boxer. You know, like again, if something's deep enough, there's different styles. Even with, and mind you, we can say boxing, they could be the same height and everything, and you could already have expressive things. And in fighting games, I definitely noticed a homogenization of characters. Like there could be 10. I've said this before. There could be 10 juries, bro. All 10 of you fucking play the goddamn same. Every last one of you motherfuckers play the goddamn same. Because why play different? And it's not just because of meta. Meta's part of it, but it's primarily the dumbing down of fighting game. And we're already suffering this. And this is just a whole different thing. At the end of the day, bro, if you have a problem with fighting game inputs, just admit you're a scrub or you don't understand. And the other thing to me, what I explained, one of my nooblets, he says he was being nice. By the way, there's no such thing as a dumb question. So even you come into me, he said, I don't understand this whole thing with fighting with inputs. I think I get it. He and mind you, he's not a screw up. He actually put in the time and effort, and he just simply asked, why do we have emotion? They're so hard. I just want to do the thing. And I even told him the main reason why, right, is that my personal reason for expression. I said, because if we do that, what I do doesn't make me special. And he mind you, he respects me, and he has a decent geef, and he plays on modern. But then when I explain to him, like, here's the thing. Good example. What am I notorious for? I'm notorious for whipping out command grabs extremely fast. I'm decent at 720s, but I am a reactive grappler. That's extremely rare. And that would only happen because of motion inputs. You realize, and I mean, you can agree, you can make him think. With modern controls, everybody can play like me now. Like, oh, do you want to do reactions? My loyal fans. You two don't use grapplers, right? I'm not mistaken. Vile, Mar, you guys don't play Zangief, right?
No, I haven't touched Geef since 2.
Right, but if I told you right now, for modern, if all you had to do is just press X, which is the modern, like, to do his command grab, doesn't that mean that you guys, if someone throws out a button, all you have to do is wait, press a button, my loyal fans? Doesn't that mean you guys now can do my thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and that's what I told him. It's like, yeah, people pop off when I do it. Like, because you don't see it like in modern. And it's like, why do people like? Because you understand it's hard, right? And you can't even do it. Like, period. Mind you, him jumping, he still can't even do it. That means you have enough time. The fact that I can do it standing the fuck still and on reaction, that's what makes me godlike. That's why, you know what I'm saying? That's why there's like, you know what I'm saying? Doing something that is thought of as impossible is what makes someone good. And it's also satisfying to me. That's why the other reason why I get bored with, like, right now I'm at a trend where I can't stand most action games because I'm bored of pressing fucking square. I'm not gonna press one button. I need links, I need timing, and I need execution. If not, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I can't do it, bro. And that's the thing to me is that people need to understand. That's the point of motion inputs. They are what's satisfying about fighting games. Like, to the point where it's ruined me from playing 90 to 80% of other fighting game kind of things. Like, to me, Neo's a huge exception, right? Same with Jedi Fallen Order. They have things that supplement it. Mind you, Neo's a bit more of a complex fighter, and Jedi is kind of more simpler, but it does things to compensate for that, right? Like exploration and shit.
Yeah, very true. Like, the Jedi games are basically like they're really story driven, and there is a bit of complexity to it. But like, if you play like more difficult games like Neo and like, anything Souls like, you're pretty much this is easy mode in Star Wars.
Yeah, literally. And mind you, I really enjoy it because at the end of the day, they nail what they do, right? Like, you feel like a fucking Jedi.
Oh, hell yeah.
The point. And that's really what I'm trying to get at. Is so if the main people who are stubborn about this, fuck you. But people who want to understand, it's like I said, I know they'll understand. Like, oh yeah, okay, I get it now. Getting rid of motion inputs, like, no. First of all, they're the point of fighting games. Number one, that's the entire fucking point. And second, there's a reason we still have them around. They're fun. That's what a game's supposed to be. Fun. And as an esports sense, now you guys understand my point, because yeah, you get to have expressions. Like, again, good example. One of them, a Russian goalie. He literally, in mind you, there's no footage of him from now because he's old school as fuck. And that's why I love gods. Because he was described his inhuman ability to keep the ball away from the net. And you don't need to be a genius. You guys see how fucking big that net is? You have to be cracked to consistently, like, most people, as a goalie, you will get gold on. This dude had such little numbers, you could count them on your fucking hands, if I'm not mistaken. That's how godlike he was as a fucking goalkeeper. But guess what? Would that matter if the goal fucking was small as shit? No. You see, it's the same thing like with the whole dribble thing. It's like, we need to make the goalpost smaller or whatever. Oh, so because someone wants to feel good about themselves. These people are the kind of again, same thing as the people who. That's why I don't like MMOs because it encourages dumbasses who don't play real fucking video games. Like, like don't get me wrong. I think turn-based, but at the end of the day, they're not real. They're closer to like a walking sim because guess what? There's no execution required. You have dumbasses like this. You know, I'm a World of Warcraft developer. They play Elden Ring. Oh, this game sucks. Like whatever. No, you see this is the thing. If you play a hard game and you're bitch. What you really need to say, I suck. That's really what it is, bro. And you guys are gonna get called whatever. And at the end of the day, the best way to put it, I can just say, let's throw hands, bro. And then you guys can see how little you guys know shit about anything. You know, at the end of the day, bro, every person I've ever seen, met, whatever, has personal problems and sucks IRL if they bitch about fighting games, bro. Because if anything, I've seen people get up because of fighting games. Like that's why a lot of fighting game pros, fun fact, have quit fighting games, and a lot of them have become more successful because fighting games are good example. Look at me, I have a way better paying job because I don't fucking play competitive anymore because like the money's not fucking there. Because we have the huge majority are dumbasses like them that don't understand why fighting games are fucking great. That we have to have VTubers get into it. See, VTubers are nice. They're like, okay, they admit, okay, I'm not that good at games, and then they're like, oh my god, I see why fighting games are cool now. To the point where one of them, Subaru, got to master rank, and she was humble and she was like, that was the hardest thing I've ever done. I know I'm not a real master rank. I'm like, oh my god, she actually like. First of all, the fact she already got to that is impressive. Give yourself props, Subaru. But the fact that she understood that she's not a real master rank, she actually understands. Whereas too many people get to master rank and they think they're hot shit. Like, dude, if you didn't get master rank within the first month, let alone 3, you're not a real master rank in Street Fighter. I'm gonna keep it $150 with y'all because it's so saturated because of this mentality of everybody has to win. That's why I don't like modern ranked in fighting games because now everybody's a fucking winner, and I don't like that mentality. That's that bitch shit, you know. But that's my rant. I went off on that because that's how I felt about that dude. Like holy shit, bro. I don't know if you guys want to add to that, or Mar.
This is actually a very interesting conversation because as you were talking, I was actually thinking about it. It's like you're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because even you said for yourself, like, you know, casuals really do matter, but at the same time, it's like for a lot of these games, they need their casuals to at least get better at the game. Sure. And a lot of them don't really attempt that, but that's like the majority of the fan base that actually play the games. And I feel like that is a huge issue that needs to be addressed. Like, eventually, I think it will get addressed. But like, just from everything you got done explaining, like if you really think about it,
like I said, it's a bigger problem.
Your average player, how often do they go out of their way to like practice, watch tournaments? How often do they, you know, practice the game? Like, yeah, they hear the commentators in the game, but like that doesn't really mean anything to them.
Right, exactly.
Like they can literally be speaking Mandarin, and it was like, oh, I guess.
Yeah, like, no, and that's fair. Like that, I won't harp on. Like you shouldn't have to. Like, and again, and to me, that's why I said, why don't we shit on Fragile Fight Order? Like a lot of games are just basically giant tutorials when you really think about it. And the problem is fighting games. They really are good tutorials. You know, they and that's why shooters are so popular. How long have we had games like COD, this and that, and their campaigns? Dude, they're glorified tutorials to play multiplayer. That's why, to me, I'm a huge gripe with dumbasses who just hop online. Like, dude, play offline first so you don't annoy the rest of us. And that is a common rule with people who aren't stupid. Every gamer rule number unspoken rule is play the offline before you play the online, so we don't have to sit here and teach your dumbass how to fucking play the game. Like, bitch, you have the same game as me. What is your fucking excuse? With fighting games, their offline is lackluster as shit. That's like one of the few ones where, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather tell someone, oh, go play the campaign instead of, oh, do training. Because who the fuck wants to do that? Like, that, I don't blame the average person. I'm not gonna shit on you if you don't want to sit in an insane asylum room for fucking an hour from popping off a game. That is fair. That is not, like, I won't shit on you for that. Like, that's fucking fair. But I will shit on you if you want to add, if you don't have friends to play. And you want to bitch that the game is hard. Like, bro, just play with friends. Because then you have and even if you do, and you bitch when you lose, then you have an ego problem. That's an entirely different problem, right? And the thing is with single-player games, to a degree, they have to feed your ego, but the problem is with some people is that they like getting their ego fed too much. You know, that's why if a game is hard, you know, there's a fine line. Like, everyone needs their ego fed, 100%. So have a game that's challenging, whatever, like Zelda. But if you have too much of ego, you'll be like Darkside Phil, where you bitch every time the game doesn't specifically cater to you. And then you have a game like God of War that tells you what all the answers are. You know what I'm saying? There's a fine line of ego. Like even Gabe Newell knows it. Like you need to feel like the world interacts with you. Like everybody has that sense of ego. There's no denying that. But if there's something where you think the game needs to 100% cater to you, you have an ego problem, 1000%. Because guess what? These games aren't made for you. They're made for a large demographic in general. And you happen to be in that demographic. That's cool. But no game is ever going to cater to you specifically unless you're the fucker making that game. You know? But carry on, sorry. A little side tangent. Because as you say, Martin, you there?
No, I'm here. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
I was
Oh,
over
yeah.
here reading something off my phone and that while you were talking.
Yeah, no, that's all.
No, I mean, like, yeah, man. I mean, I don't really think there is too much to really add to all of that. Like, you pretty much hit like every possible base.
Yeah, and another thing too, I guess, mini side tangent again is, I want to show you guys this real quick. Like, I think it's applicable to a degree, so you guys can see, right? So you guys know about Street Fighter 3 Third Strike parrying, right?
Yes.
Look at this and tell me. See, so this is the other. See, you know, I hate when people say one or the other. When people say, "Oh, Japanese players aren't that good," I'm sorry. We just discussed fighting games are objectively one of the hardest, and I have my proof. Now we can also objectively prove fighting game players in Japan are built different. There's a Japanese dude off of work on his phone. Look at this. Look at this. How? He's not even looking.
That's how easy it is. Like, he legitimately is just good at
For
the
those
game.
who don't understand, bro, Third Strike is literally considered one of the hardest fighting games. I know the parry itself isn't that hard, but trust me, especially as a beginner, play Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, put the trial modes. Like, no, you guys want to know how hard? This is why I got into fighting games and why I love Third Strike. The quarter circle was already like mind blowing to me. When I was doing parry trials, I literally, bro, it felt, and I've done a lot of things, bro. I've done some Guitar Hero stuff, whatever. It was the first time in my life when I played a video game and I said, this is impossible. And mind you, remember, this is Greatest Gamer talking right now. One of the greatest gamers of all time. This is one of the few and only games I ever said, this is impossible, and I gave up. I never give up, bro. The only other game that did that was Vanquish's Final Trial. Those that live rent-free in my head. And yet now, years later, I did all the trials for Street Fighter Third Strike. Look, parrying is that fucking hard. The fact he's doing, like, I'm like, no, you are built different, bro. By the way, if you guys want to know what parrying is, in a sense, especially the trials, imagine Guitar Hero notes, but they're stricter, and there's no music to go to it. Oh, and by the way, the buttons, the colors, they're invisible. Have fun. That is the best way I could describe to you how fucking hard Third Strike parrying trials are, bro. It's like, imagine playing like the hardest Guitar Hero song, and then it's strict as shit, and you can't even see the notes, and there's no music to go to. You just gotta see the dude move and be like, fuck it, we're doing it. So again, like, don't get me wrong, by the way, a quote a dude said that I lived there is Japan not only has some of the best players in the world, but it has the most amount of scrubs. And this is very true. So, like, and I do have to agree, so by that same sense, like, basically the average Call of Duty and average Mortal Kombat player would clap the average Japanese player. And from what I see, it's because they're so passive. They're not aggressive. Like, that's really what it is. Like, you guys both have the same skill level. Like, because people are the same. The problem is, like, the average Japanese person is just so timid. You know, like, you would win by button mash. You know, Japanese players don't button mash. And even if they do, it's not at the level of, like, an American player. So, fun fact, if you're listening to this and you're, like, the average dude who plays COD, you could beat most of Japan's population. But once you get to the people who try in Japan, oh, no, they cook y'all. Because unlike Americans, they actually know what it takes to get good. Like, here's the thing about Japan, is that they have this philosophy. If you do anything, never half-ass it. And yeah, no, that's why they have such good voice actors. They literally have a school for voice acting, and they have an entire ranking system for voice acting. America doesn't have that. That's why, objectively, voice acting in Japan cooks. And same with their animation. Japan never half-asses anything, no matter how small it is. Whereas America, people shit and joke and be like, oh, those are cartoons, those are for kids. Japan, like, I don't care if it's for kids, we're going all out. Japan doesn't have that mentality like America does. And then people wonder why they're so advanced in so many ways. They don't half-ass anything they do. And like someone says, they work hard, they play hard. No, dude, you know this dude was hustling at the job. My man says, I'm a long day of work, let me play fucking Third Strike. And that's why I think the number one difference, why Japanese gamers are better than Americans. Americans, after a long day of work, they want to play something easy. That's why these bitches, you know, Black Dude 554, I seen in an interview, he says, oh man, I just want to win. I had a hard day of work. I want to play, then go play an offline game, you fucking dumbass. But instead of doing that, what does the average American do? Oh, I'm going to look up hacks and cheats so I can start winning more. What does a Japanese player do? Man, I had a hard day of work. man, I'm getting my ass beat by this game. This is some good shit. Let me master this shit. Like completely different mentality. And that's why I think for sure that I think the culture shows you why certain people are really a good example, like why Mexicans are so good at KOF. Very similar to Japanese people. Hey, we play hard, we work hard, right? But there's a whole lot, obviously boxing and things. But why for us? We're very warrior centered. Like being a warrior is very well respected as a Mexican, and that's why we're good at KOF. It appeals to what we do. It has a style we like, and again, Mexicans, if you get us to really like something, and we're gonna cook, and that's why we're really like, dude. Again, KOF Mexican players are notorious for being really like. Think about it. Even the Japanese fucking fear us in KOF, bro. That fucking says something. And that's why, to me, Americans, the only reason they're good at most things we've seen in sports is because of the fact that it's a melting pot. That's why they're so good. And even people, they're American born, this and that. Yeah, let's say Irish or whatever. Like, yeah, but I guarantee you, how much money you want to bet that American football player has years of Irish lineage being taught to him, like, hey, we're Irish, we work hard, whatever. Meanwhile, the average American that's not in touch with their heritage just sucks dick because they don't get that foreign influence. They're only more born as an American. People, to me, like, who I guarantee you, anyone who's even like blacks, like, no, they get on this culture of this is what we come from, this is our beliefs, and they carry that with them in the sport, But I think if you're just American, and even if you can say you're like me, like full Latinian, but if you're raised by Mexicans, but if you're only around American culture, you don't inherit none of the good parts of your culture. That's why a lot of Latinians that are here in America are garbage. Like, they're mad looked down, because they don't speak any of their native language. And they don't have that work ethic that Latinians are known for. Guess what? Because they were raised as an American. And America does not have a work. No, Americans are the hardest working. No, they're not. Oh, they have the most hours. Like, yeah, but if you've seen the average American, obviously there's other people in industries, depending, like obviously old workers are hard workers. But from my experience, and 90% of jobs I've seen, 6 of those hours, these people ain't doing shit. Like, this is where it's bullshit. You guys have the least vacation days out of most countries, even compared to Japan, but yet you produce the least. So, we're hard work. No, you're not. Sitting on your ass for 6 hours ain't hard work. I'm not shitting on office work, by the way. Office work is hard as fuck. But that's the other thing, is that America doesn't have a work culture like Japan or Mexico. And this is a fact, because even hardworking Americans, dude, the amount of times I've had white Americans come up to me and say, oh, Mexicans are hard workers, right? Yeah, it's a stereotype, but it doesn't help that I am part of the stereotype to an extent, right? And mind you, I'm not as hard. Like, I don't have them. Like, I am of the belief of, if you're gonna go to a job, do your fucking job. But to me, that's the bare minimum. And as an American, that's like, oh my god, you're fucking a hard worker. It's like, dude, like, I don't go out of my way. Like, here's the difference between me and other ones. I like to get paid for what's due. I don't like my this and that. Mexicans don't work for pennies. I'm not of that philosophy. That's where, like, I'm like not full. I'll admit it. If I work hard, I demand to get paid hard. Mexicans, they just work hard, bro. They're like, I'm getting paid. Fuck it, I'll work hard. I don't have that kind of mentality. On top of that, I am the belief of, if I can work less for more, I'll do that shit. That is not as a Mexican mentality. They're just like, fuck it, work hard. Don't think. Thinking's for the gay. Yeah, and I'm not happy. That's what it is. Why a lot of Mexicans are like, instead of going to college, like, oh no, go work. That is not as. That's why I think Japan has a better work culture in a sense, because they're at least like, oh, go to college, then go to work. That's where they get the ups. But yeah, again, culture is a huge part. Again, that's why. Because again, why have I never seen Japanese or Mexican tweets about, oh, fighting games are too hard? Because they don't have a lazy work culture like Americans do. I think that's really what it boils down to. It's crazy how I kind of looped into that. I'm going off too long on this. I'm gonna stop. Because it is something I'm tight about, dude. Holy shit, I was not expecting. Anyways, what was the next topic we should bring up? Like, I took that one personal, dude.
I actually have a question to actually bring out to you guys. In terms of gaming versus woke culture, do you think this is going to continue for the rest of this year?
Oh, 100. If we've seen anything, these people are persistent as shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're suffering hard now. Like Concord was the peak of, because there's some companies that are backing out, but the problem is that more than 80% of the industry is filled with these retards, bro. Like, an example with Assassin's Creed, we get Assassin's Creed. Like, the fact that people are sitting here and unironically, let's be real, these people are racist as shit. Like, we already know this. But the fact that the prime minister, or not prime minister, but people in Congress are saying to ban this game, and an actual Shinto priest is saying, this is offensive, and somehow these people gaslit themselves that, oh, it's just weebs that are saying, like, dude, it's right there. It's translated in, like, how blind do you have to be? And the same thing happened when some developer was being stupid and someone said, oh, they said, like, Conquer this and that, and then the dude named random games, and it's like, oh, I thought we were naming them random shit. I'm like, you fucking retard. Those games that he listed failed because they were woke. Like, Like these people are genuinely delusional, dude. Like you need medical help delusional. How do you sit here and a game is failing and you want to sit here and yeah, that's a success? Like, dude, these people fucking like you need help or you need to genuinely die. You have a fucking problem. Like that's where I'm at. But yeah, it's not gonna stop for the next 5 years, but they're gonna get cucked. Like I said, we're already in the middle of the crash. And you know what I'm saying? All it is like it means nothing. They're bitching this and that, but guess what? Assassin's Creed didn't sell. Concord failed. Like at the end of the day, to me, Concord's failure is the biggest sign that, for as much as these losers bitch, for as much as they tweet, it means absolutely nothing because the average person doesn't go on that gay shit. And to me, I don't even buy your shit. Like to me, like if I wasn't for me and being on the internet, YouTube, and Twitter, I guarantee you, I'd be like, right now as it stands, I think in my mind, I'm like, oh, woke's dead. Like to me, because I don't even buy that shit. You know, I just don't.
It's crazy actually bringing it up too because like we literally seen like such really huge titles just completely fumble the ball, and there are hardcore people that are like, oh well, the game's not that bad. I don't know why everyone's complaining. It's actually pretty good if you give it. No, they're not, guys. Stop it. Just stop the stupid gaslighting bullshit. Like we're already kind of sick and tired of it. And then like when you look at games like Concord, it's like, oh man, some of the creators of Destiny worked on Concord, and it's actually pretty fun, yeah, like gunplay wise. And it's like, if I wanted a game that played like Destiny, I just play Destiny.
Literally,
like that's not even an argument, guys. And then on top of that, it plays as worse Destiny because you don't really customize your character. All you're really doing is just playing a role. And it's like we already have a billion games where you play a role as a certain character. Like, oh yeah, I play a support type. Oh, I play DPS. I play tank. It's like this exists already, guys. And it's existed since Team Fortress 2. So nothing here is special. Why are we acting as if this is cool? And then like the constant trying to like press like, oh man, you guys don't understand, like this game is actually good because X, Y, and Z is like,
I mean,
you guys are the reason why gaming is so like subpar right now. It is
trash.
Absolutely abysmal right now.
Vile, you haven't said it. Come on, you gotta start talking.
Is Vile there?
Is he? Vile!
He'll sleep. File.
Whatever, fuck.
But like just the whole thing that's been going on in terms of gaming right now, it's depressing to watch because we used to have like really good titles to look forward to, and now we're just kind of here.
Dude, we're celebrating that a game is optimized, bro. That's where we're at. Yeah, I mean, I give it like I said, 5 years. Like once the AAA indie starts popping off, bro. Like yeah, we're gonna see. Like I think even in the space of Twitter, we're gonna see it as a back thought. Like these people just are like insects. Because at the end of the day, bro, you got to think about it. These are grown man children. This trend won't really stop to the degree until they just drop dead. Like literally drop dead. So like it'll always sadly be there because it's like a culture phenomenon in a sense. I give it past the zoomies when this stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's why we're so forward. Like we're trying to get this shit to not go over to our children and shit. Until we know for sure that none of this culture exists, like where people can just say, you know, all the shit we used to without, you know what I'm saying? Like I could say that, you know, GAYF, I'm gonna say because YouTube, right? To like be monetized. Where we can say that and it's seen as normal and funny, and if you don't say it, you're seen as a loser. Until kids can go back to that, I don't see like woke shit like fully dying out. Because let's be real, bro. Around the 2000s, this wasn't a thing, you know, whatever, and then it just got brought back. It's crazy. Someone said racism was dying in the 90s, and we thought it was dead in the 2000s, but somehow it resurged past the 2010s. Because at the end of the day, dude, this woke stuff is more racist than it actually thinks it isn't. Like I already said, like Spider-Man's racist, Ghost of Tsushima's racist. Like it is. Like you guys are literally ignoring an entire fucking culture. That's racist as shit. Racist shit. And again, it goes back to what I said earlier. You people are losers in real life and don't have any accomplishments. So you want to say, "Oh, look at the change I'm making in real life." It's like, again, guys, go check out my video about how I said why there's very few game developers, and in there I discussed. Did you watch that video, by the way? I think I just recently posted it out.
I do believe I actually watched that video.
Yeah, and I go into like basically one of the gist is the fact that the average person who is qualified, who has a good mentality, it doesn't have like the prerequisites to be a game dev. Whereas all these privileged fucking white motherfuckers By the way, I mean on the white on the inside. So they say, "Oh, I'm black." No, you're not. You're white on the inside. Shut up. If you say microaggression, you're white, bro. That's cap. No non-white person. I don't say that shit. That's fucking gay as hell. But like,
That is one of the weirdest terms that have come out in recent modern civilization. Like that is just
that's
that
gay
is,
as hell.
like, I don't even want to say cringe. That's just absolutely terrible, guys. Don't ever use that term.
I'll push you in the locker for saying that gay shit. But my whole thing is that all it is these people who actually, good example, why do we have so many shitty game journalists? Everybody calls it out. Same why do we have so many people that do like these are people that wanted to work in Hollywood but couldn't get into Hollywood because everybody wants to get into Hollywood and they're woke tards just like the Hollywood tards. But no, let's go do gaming because they realize, oh my god, there's actually a lot of good money in gaming. And then it's funny because these people don't get any of it. Like on God, you couldn't name a single woke tard that got money besides maybe what? Not Alyssa Mercante, the other bitch. I forgot who did a Gamergate one thing. I forgot what her name is. That's how you know how I don't do it. But yeah, because she scammed a bunch of woke tards to pay for some stupid documentaries about gaming being toxic and sexist, whatever. Outside of that, though, the only people making money are like fucking corporate CEOs and shit. You know? So I like that they're not getting money. Like these people are legit living broke as fuck. Why do you think they're like, oh, good, my Patreon, this and that? So that's a good thing. I know that these woke tards are absolutely broke as fuck. Absolutely broke as fuck. Yeah, no, they don't care about games, bro. They only probably play Marlo on their Switch or stupid shit like that. That, like I said, they'll be around. Like they'll become irrelevant. I think in 5 years. We already see that basically. I mean, heck, just right now, or Screw Attack or someone made a video about basically no one cares about gaming journalists. Oh, dude, they have it. Like to me, everything everyone's saying this year, I called it out 5 years ago. We're just finally seeing like the hard impact of it. Like no, it's been happening slowly, but right now, again, thanks to Concord's the biggest indicator. Look at how hard they're failing. Like now it's to the point where even like people are just burnt. Like the problem is that again, same with people buying Monster and this and that is that you keep giving it attention, but then when you stop, that's how it works. That's why again, you guys can check out my video. I'm not going to talk about it here about why I think if you buy Monster Hunter GTA, you are part of the problem. The more attention you give to bad practices, the more they're going to cuck you. Same thing. You can say all you want about IGN and how you hate it, but if you keep clicking on their shit, they're still going to stick around. That's why to me, I never understood. Maybe it's a Western philosophy. If I don't like something, I just don't pay attention to it. I ignore it and I move on with my. Because at the end of the day, here's the best way to put it. Why do someone who actually cares about gaming far more than everybody we've ever mentioned before, has to sit here and work an actual real job instead of being a full-time YouTuber streamer? Because no one's paying attention to me. Literally paying attention is money. I want these people to be broke and fucking homeless. Don't even give them the time of day. Like immediately, blah, whatever. No. The problem is people like drama too much. So I'm going to call on my, summon my audience maybe. Like, bro, just block that shit, ignore it. Only have good shit. Like, that's what I do most of the time. I mean, granted, I do this stuff, but because, again, sadly, this is why I hate it. So I'm trying to slow down. I hate doing this shit. Well, not on hate, but, like, I don't like doing this stuff. Like, this isn't what my I mean, the only reason is because this is easy. But that's not what I want to be known for, like, controversy to me. That's lame as fuck. You don't contribute nothing to society. There's nothing artful about it. I mean, granted, I guess our conversations, nuance, this and that. Sure, I can give us that. But it's like, is this top-tier content? Fuck no. Fuck no. The only way this shit pushes, the reason why these things matter is because people like you guys will listen. And you can be the voice or the amplifier to what we're talking about. Be like, yeah. That's the only reason I do this is because of you guys. Genuinely, you guys in the comments and shit. Because it shows that I'm not alone in these thoughts. And that, it really pushes forward. That's why I do it. It's not the money. It's not even just the, like, because I know that there are other people that fucking agree with me. Because that is one thing. And it's because I care about the art of gaming. That's the number one thing is that, and good to know that other people actually care about the art of gaming. That's the main reason I'm not even capping you, shit. But yeah, I give it that DEI would. No. DEI will become more irrelevant in the next 5 years, but it will never die to a degree. Who knows? Maybe it may really die hard because, like, someone even said we're going to see a trend that we're going to see where people. I mean, we already see it now that people are always going to go for reviews for people, and no one's going to watch like IGN. I mean, Kotaku's already dying, right? And something else.
The only time people watch IGN is when Asmongold is watching a video from IGN, and everyone who watches Asmongold literally just watches each and every one of his videos. So they're not necessarily giving IGN the views; they're just watching it through Asmongold.
Yep. And to me, the other thing what I'm saying is we're already there for journalism. I think gaming's going to be the same. That's when I say, okay, DEI can, because don't remember, there's still DEI. Woke tards in indie gaming, but not as much as real motherfuckers. Like I said, once the AAA, like I said, hopefully I'm part of that wave. When we see that, that's where I'm calling it. People are gonna get butthurt. Like Capcom, this and that. Why is no one paying attention? Why is no one watching? Well, people are sadly still gonna watch the stupid award stuff, but mainly normies. But once hopefully ours and the real Game Awards can pop off, hopefully people will watch that over the Emmys and this and that, and see that we actually have quality and we're not wasting time. And guess what? In our words, we're not gonna see trailers for GTA instant shitty game. Like no, like we're gonna be at a trend. I'm seeing it in 2050 that actual main company games are gonna be a niche. I'm hoping that's the outside of maybe your GTA and COD. Most of it's gonna be indie. On God, I'm calling it. Like now we're gonna set the bounds, and we've seen this a lot actually. I see history repeats itself kind of thing. And guess what? It's happening in journalism right now, where indie journalism is popping off, and that happened too before. I mean, granted, it's gonna get corrupt. We're gonna go through the thing where indie journalism gets corrupt as well, and same with indie gaming becoming corrupt. It is what it is when things get big. But right now, we're gonna see a trend where I mean, it's already there. We're already in the gaming crash, but people don't realize. Much like then, like the funny thing is, Nintendo was still kicking this and that, whatever. There was still stuff, but the thing about the gaming crash is that modern or triple A old school gaming was dead. Like people still like the arcades weren't dead. People forget that the arcades were still thriving. But when it came into console American gaming, it crashed. Same thing with this one. When we mean the gaming crash, we mean modern triple A gaming is crashed. That means franchises like Halo, Gears, they're dead. But gaming is not dead. Gaming will never die. Like the indie games are gonna keep it going, right? Oh, others this and that, like whatever. But as far as that's why I tell people, stop buying, stop giving hope to things we grew up with. Stop believing in Grand Theft Auto. Stop believing in Halo. If it happens to be good, be surprised because you should be. That's why I hate all of you who bought Wilds. Why? That game is trash. It runs like garbage and it looks like Vaseline. Like, I am being realistic. But think about it. I'm a huge Capcom fan. After what happened, I forgot it was RE4. I said, I have no hope in you. And that's how it should be because that we're in the gaming crash. Do not have hope in a single AAA company. Not a single one. And the funny thing is, there's a video that said Capcom's cooking. And here's the funny thing is, Capcom is beating the other ones only because they're sucking less. They still suck dick, though. Have higher fucking standards. Genuinely. I haven't bought a single Capcom game after RE4. I'm going to buy the collection. But guess what? Vote with your wallet. I want more legacy titles to be ported that we don't have access to. I don't give a shit about your garbage RE engine shit that runs and looks like shit. Fuck off with that. Like it's trash. Like let that sink in. If I am not buying a game that actually sold 10 million copies, I guarantee you half of you are returning that shit because it runs and looks like shit. Like then no. Like at the end of the day, part of it too is to me again going back to the videos that you are the problem. It's like if you are the one like, and with normies it's hard to convince it. Like so we just go and buy fucking indie games, bro. Like just actually go and fucking do that. They don't cost that much and they're actually fucking fun. Like these games are trash. They literally are unapologetically cash grab. It's not even a secret. If they happen to be a good game, that's a bonus. Let's keep it real, bro. It's just there to keep you on this adrenaline monkey rolling fucking hamster wheel shit, dude. On fucking God. Like, why do you think so many people are going back and playing old school games? Even the Zoomers are playing. Like, literally, Zoomers are going back and playing, and they're like, "Yo, the Boomers are right. The old games are better." Like, come on,
wasn't the numbers that they posted up on Steam that about 90% of Steam users are actually playing older games that are older than like 7 or 8 years old or something like that?
Yeah, but part of the problem with I feel like half of the stat is that most of it is with games like Fortnite and like you know like I feel like that's what sucks. Like it's good to see that there are people playing old school like single player, but half of it is shitty old school multiplayer games that no one gives a fuck. Like you know Rocket.
I'm actually gonna look it up right now because that was actually very interesting to me. I was actually a little surprised.
Yeah, basically what it shows is two things. One, people are going back and playing old school games, which good. But second, people are so stuck to their one game they don't want to play anything else, which is bad. Like, homie, there are other games besides Fortnite, League, and whatever the fuck else these losers play. Like, you know, it was all GTA
Fortnite isn't even on Steam. Like, it legitimately is not even on here.
But you know how you know it's true too?
They're talking about like. Because I'm looking at like games like Team Fortress 2 or like
that's
again, older Counter-Strike games and
Counter-Strike.
Yeah,
but
I see a lot of older different games. Even like the OG like Elder Scrolls.
Oh, that's fine. Like, but to even me, here's the problem is that with those all of those you said, bro, please play something else. Like there are other games besides those. Like those are like okay, cool, but like guys, please play fucking something else. Like those are games like
a decent amount of people playing the OG Kami. All right, cool.
Oh yeah, that's popping up here. See, like we want to see games fluctuate. Like to me, especially as a gamer, bro, playing one game or one genre for too long is stale as fuck. I don't know how any of y'all motherfuckers do that shit.
I think it was a gigantic plus that they ended up announcing that Okami 2 is going to be coming out and the OG creator of Okami is coming back to make the game.
Yeah.
So I think that's a major push for this. So like, oh my god, now we got to go back and play the first game because Oh, nostalgia! Like
It
I
is,
really
it
do
is.
like stuff like that. Like that actually puts a smile on my face.
But like
to
I told
see.
you, that's a one in a lifetime. Like the fact that Hideki Kamiya even came back to his company, that's like the first. Like people need to realize Okami 2 is a once in a lifetime thing. Like again, people need to celebrate when good things, because that's the reality. The gaming crash is here right now before our eyes. Never have your hopes up for anything. Be surprised and be grateful. Like I said, hey, we're having Okami 2. That's a miracle. Oh my god, a game that's optimized, miracle. You guys need to realize these are literal miracles happening in your face. Because guess what? Everything has been shit after shit after shit. After like after the PS3, we've been slowly okay, guess here, but like it's mainly been shit. Like again, I'll always say it again. The fact I can only, I mean, there are other titles, sure, whatever, but the fact that I sit here like, oh, what are the greatest games of last gen? Doom, Neo. And again, there's other good games, but let's keep it $150. None of them are touching those two. It's not even a contest. Not even a contest, bro. Optimization, none of them are as optimized as those two. One uses id Software. One of them actually doesn't run like garbage on like fucking FromSoft. That's why it beats those FromSoft games, objectively. Also, the gameplay, as we mentioned, deft for fucking days, bro. You have to sit here and be MLG to master Neo and fucking Doom. Graphics,
Yo, what's
fucking
the
amazing.
Schedule 1 game? Have you heard about this?
Nay.
I'm
yeah,
a
like I
little
said, that's how you
curious
know
because
we've
right now
been
it's
shit.
like second right now in games that are being played right now. It's in second place right now,
Like on God,
right
bro,
under Counter Strike, which is kind of crazy.
the only games that were worth 60 in my opinion were literally those two, Doom and Neo. Like I said, Deus Ex was a great game. That game was maybe 40. Like I'm just being honest to y'all. Like this, like I said, there are probably something back in my mind, whatever. So for apologies if I forget, but at the end of the day, you guys get my point. You can put on your fingers the amount of games that were like actually great or god. Like PS3 had a couple too, but don't get me wrong, PS3 is also what started this bad trend. Whereas PS2, oh, there's hundreds. Every year you can be like, oh, this is like the fact that we have to sit here and go by generations or like console generations or years and be like, okay, here's two good. All right, let's go home. Like right now, we're not what 3, 4. There's only one game I can sit here and be like, that's optimized. Are you telling me
My God.
in 4 months we only got one optimized game? Are you fucking kidding me? One optimized game? One? The
Bro.
bare minimum what you need for a game?
GG. I'm gonna tell you right now, you should check this out.
Okay, hold up. Show. We got.
Oh my God! Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can find a trailer for it real quick.
Bet. Yeah, breaking news. So I feel like this year I thought it was gonna be more shit, but the fact that we surprisingly got some stuff, because I want to talk about new games, but we'll do it later. But what was this topic about again? I forgot. I want to loop back.
Oh no, we were talking about like basically we were just on the topic of games and like stop playing new games and just keep on playing games because there are a lot more people playing older games now anyway. But no, here I'm about to post it up in my notes. I'm honestly surprised that this game is currently right behind Counter Strike 2. Like it actually looks kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie, and it's $20. But like this goes to show you that like the only real games that are really popping off are like either going to be indie games or like stuff that isn't like as major as what we're already used to seeing for like the past 15 years.
Oh shit! I think I've seen this.
Yeah, this game is in second place right now.
Good. Yeah. I've heard about this game. Yeah.
Almost 25,000 people are.
I recognize the art immediately.
I like that.
You know what it is? It appeals to the modern thing because we have a lot of potheads now. So like this is a game potheads would fucking play.
I am so getting into this game eventually. Another big game that's actually doing good right now is another game called Repo, which kind of looks like a knockoff of Fall Guys. Looks like it fell down a little bit just because Schedule 1 is kind of hitting right now for a lot of people.
Speaking of you guys, you already gonna know the Silent Hill reimagining is garbage. Don't buy the Metal Gear reimagining either. Like it's gonna be. I think it looks better than the reimagining for Silent Hill because they seem more faithful. But at the end of the day, it's still shit. It's clear that the Konami team doesn't know how to use Unreal Engine, and take that from someone who actually fucking knows the engine. These people do not know how to optimize on UE5. They're trash. They don't know what the fuck. But sorry to cut off. But did you hear about like? Okay, because
I'm just like legitimately shocked by like the sales of these games too. It's like I'm honestly glad for games like this that are doing good. Like as long as they're low key and like they're cheap. Like this other game Repo I was just talking about, it's $10.
Yeah,
And
because
it's in
we're
third
literally in an
place.
economic crash. That's the other thing too. This is the problem why they're killing themselves, and why someone even said the indicator of a console crash or gaming crash is when and Xbox looks like they're gonna get out of the console race. Sony might, but I just don't see them because they rely on it too much, right? And here's the honest thing, dude. No one's buying PS5s. No one's gonna buy a PS6. No one's buying their first party titles. Who gives a shit? Because why would you when you have all these? Even right now, bro. Like I didn't know Raito's gonna get a remaster. I'm excited for that. See, and mind you, dude, the fact that we have to look forward to remasters, bro, says something. But yeah, like right now,
far too many remasters. It's kind of ridiculous.
I'd still rather have them over the garbage they do now. But granted, they fuck up the remaster. So right now, with this body camera, they finally dropped that on the PlayStation. Altair Yumi, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, it's less horny bait than the last one. Dude, the Bleach Arena Fighter is fucking $60. You can't make this shit up, bro. That
Are
shit
you
is
serious?
garbage.
I seen it. It's like that game shouldn't even be more than $40 at all. I'm not gonna lie.
Also, did you hear about that kind of Souls-like game that was made in Korea? It's called The First Berserker.
Yeah, I was actually looking at that over here in the
that game-
charts.
I
First
fucks with
Berserk and
that.
Kazon.
I fucks with that game. That is a sick ass fucking like you guys. This is not that's a good game, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks pretty decent. I'm looking at the trailer right now, and like the gameplay of it, it actually looks pretty damn fun.
To me, I think its only problem is I
that's
feel
what
like
we look
the
for.
guy
We
needs
look
more
for-
health, and I think it would be perfect.
Like we look for games like this, you know, games that we're willing to give a try that isn't like a part of a franchise that's essentially dying right now.
Fun fact:
Like
the Wokies
this
hate
action
it
game
because
actually looks pretty dope.
the Wokies hate it because it's toxic masculinity. It's like, dude, shut up. This is exactly the kind of games real men fucking play.
Like but for them, it's like I keep asking them, like define toxic masculinity, because if it's just being a dude, then fuck off.
Right. And speaking about pre-orders, oh, by the way, I'm excited for Fatal Fury. I'm very excited, especially with the Ronaldo shit. That's gonna be huge. Another game I'm so happy. I don't know if you heard about. Did you hear about Lost Soulicide? It's a single developer Chinese dude using UE4, and then he got a team and everything after people seen the trailer from his 1 year work. And basically, long story short, Lost Soulicide is imagine Final Fantasy 15 aesthetics and graphics, but with gameplay of DMC, and that is literally what it is. It is. Even my sister seen the trailer and she says, "Ooh, that looks nice. Like that looks like something you would play." Like my sister was like, "Oh, that looks like something you fuck with." And this was years ago. I'm so glad that it's finally getting a release date. That's a game I'm immaculately excited about. I am very excited to see. I wonder.
I don't know if you watched the Real Fake Wizard anytime recently, but he's been praising the living shit out of Split Fiction. We need to play that eventually. Like that needs to go on to like Busty's Play at some point.
I bet. All right. Also, Doom. Oh yeah, see, Doom: The Dark Ages. Yeah, you know that's an instant class. We already know that's gonna. Oh man, dude, Game of the Year is gonna be tough this year. I'm calling it. Doom's gonna win though.
Okay, you're saying Doom? Oh, Wano, I'm actually gonna say something a little surprising. I think it's gonna be Split Fiction, mainly because like we don't have too many co-op games, and especially if it's a co-op game that's made really well and has a shit ton of fun for a lot of people.
And by the way, you know what I mean? Game of the Year. I'm talking about our awards because I don't care about the other two. I don't like the other shitty ass opinions. I don't trust them.
Wait, we talk about any other game awards here? Like we only talk about our own.
Shit. Ours only our. I don't give a shit because there's no. Even with them, like it's like this is the reason why to me this is the reason I'm not a big fan of democracy. All it takes is 70 people with shitty opinions to ruin something. So I am the judge. Like we put our things as a meme, but when it comes to the real, like I will sit here and critically look at Lost Soulicide, Doom, City of the Wolves, and what you mentioned. Not Raito because Raito's. And then I'll sit here and be like, okay, what do I think is the best game? Because if anyone's opinion matters, it's fucking mine. I ain't listening.
Yo, shout outs to the people still kicking it on Team Fortress 2, by the way.
Shit.
I'm so glad that Team Shooter is still popping off. As old as it is, like, good.
People are still playing Counter-Strike Source, bro. Shit. But yeah, no, it's looking decent this year for new game.
And what knows the best part about it? A lot of these games aren't really like from major studios that we know and love. Like, of course,
minus id Software. id Software is
the
only one, but id Software is also the only one that makes good games. So it's a shame to see that Witcher 3 or Witcher 4 is probably going to be garbage because you did hear about the studio leaving because they were being stupid. And so that Witcher game is not going to be a game.
Did you see the people that left from making the Witcher game? Their next game that they're working on.
Yeah, that see it does. Companies, stop pissing off your talent. What is so hard about that, dude? Holy shit. Like, is it that hard to not?
Yeah, it's called The Blood of Dawnwalker. It actually looks really good.
That's so crazy, bro. That's why, again, if you like, that's why to me, I said it before. Will I work with Microsoft? More than likely. Will I work with Epic Games? Sure. I'm not making my shit exclusive. And on God, I'm not selling myself out to any of these boards. I don't care how much you pay me, bro. It could literally be $1 billion. Fuck no. Because you're just going to ruin my vision. I'm not having that. I'll watch it later.
Oh, speaking of which, there's actually another game I'm looking forward to get back into because they're adding a lot more content to it.
Mm.
Path of Exile 2.
Wow,
Like the stuff that they're adding into this game, like it legitimately feels like they're just adding a sequel to a game that's already a sequel.
I feel like I went off a lot on the other one, so hopefully we can get through the other topics. I mean, how much time do you still? Oh, I think we got. Because you said there was a lot to talk about.
Did you see? I was about to say, did you see that Tom Clancy Rainbow Six had like a brand new announcement for like Rainbow Six Siege X or something like that?
Oh,
like
God,
they're basically making
shit about.
Like it's their next level. Like that's the only thing they even have, which is even surprising. The thing that shocks me about it is the fact that there's so many people that still play that game, even though from what I keep hearing from people who love shooters, that they kind of got real fucking tired of it at this point. Like it really isn't the same like the way how it used to be. And then on top of that, all of the things that they keep adding sort of just ruin the gameplay aesthetic that they love so much. So it's like, yeah, you're giving us this like free to play version of this game, but like you're kind of killing the community here, which sucks.
Yeah.
Not like Mortal Kombat killing the community, but like getting there. And then another thing I'm looking at too, because I also see right now Tekken 8 is on sale, and I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do. Damn, it has mostly negative reviews.
Yeah, apparently this last patch, dude, they kind of like, dude, apparently Jin is cracked as fuck now. I mean, I don't know too much, but that's all I've seen. But like, because I even put in one of the Discords, I was like, dude, I don't give a shit about patch. Like, I hopped on SF6, regardless of this mini fighting game. Tekken did a patch, they got some online shit. Street Fighter right now has their battle pass. Like, dude, I'm more excited for battle passes than I am the actual games. That's how you know I don't give a fuck about fighting games. Like, I'm more excited to get Phoenix Wright, rival schools shit, than actually, oh my god, my character above. I don't care. I don't play competitive. The fuck do I care? But yeah,
reading some of these reviews, they're saying genuinely good game, but held back by schizophrenic, insane developers sent from hell. Don't buy this game. Downvote because season 2 updates are fucking garbage for everyone. And then another one that's pretty similar.
You know what's honestly funny? I feel like most of this at the end of the, because I said it before, Tekken 8 was already going to be garbage. I came in with realistic expectations. Tekken is not a good fighting game franchise. It's clear.
Here's an interesting one. Guy put 158 hours into the game. He put season 2 decided to double down on the aggression philosophy. When I'm sure there will be an update to remove some of the more egregious things, the general gameplay is probably here to stay.
Yeah, like again, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Tekken players are the biggest dumbass bitches in the FGC. I'm calling you fucking retards out. Like, bro, Tekken is garbage. It's not a good competitive fighting game. You have to guess your ass off to do anything. Like, how, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are fucking retarded. Like to me, it's like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest, Tekken 8 is fine. Like, if you go into the realization that it's not a good competitive fighting game, it's honestly fine. Like, it's still there, and then to me, there's bigger issues, bro. I don't give a shit about it. You know, it's the same thing. Guys, check out my video about how maybe I haven't uploaded yet. How modern game developers just avoid accountability. The fact that Tekken and Street Fighter still won't admit they have an input issue. Fuck your balances. Fuck this and that. If the game has a fundamental issue, who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, these people have the, like, you competitive gamers, you are also the problem. The fact you bitch about, oh, balance, and guess you want to know what's funny? Every time I go into the comments of a Street Fighter video, I'll be like this, and that. I'm like, wow, I don't give a shit about any of that. This bitch still doesn't read my inputs. And the amount of people that like it, they're like, oh, you're so fucking right. Because, yeah, I don't care about Drive Rush, Impact. Bro, my buttons don't even come out. Who the fuck cares about Drive Rush? Like, you pro players have your shit fucking backwards. Because guess what? You people, I'm going to keep it $150. 90% of you are just fucking retarded mashers. And you want to play a specific way.
Drive Rush.
So you can't even notice. Like, you morons genuinely don't notice the input issue. Because at the end of the day, I'm a better fighting game player than 99% of you motherfuckers. I am literally greatest gamer. I have like a shit ton of master ranks. I'm probably one of the few people in the world that can be good at multiple fighting games and games outside of fighting games. So even if you quote beat me in Tekken, bro, we hop on BB Tag, you're my bitch. We hop on Street Fighter, you're my bitch. We hop on COD, you're my bitch. We hop on Halo, you're also my bitch. We hop on Gears, you're my bitch. Like, every game we hop on, you're my bitch, dude. And what's crazy is You don't even beat me for free in Tekken. You have to try. Like, you people suck dick. Like, on God, bro. Like, Tekken players just need to realize, you know what? Tekken just sucks. It's not like a competitive game. Like, I realize, and then just play it for fun. And you'd watch, like, most of the people I've seen, like, they're just like, oh, we know the game shit. We just play it, bro. Like, on God, just realize, like, you just play it for fun, bro. Like, don't get me wrong. The DLC shit, no 100% give a shit. All that other stuff, who gives a shit? Like, here's the thing. The only way you care about patches or whatever is if you became competitive. As a casual, no one gives a shit about frame data. But fucking... No, you're fine. We're just doing our vibe. But
man, I'm just taking my sweet time, kind of looking at like a bunch of other games that people are currently playing right now. Like I'm like, okay, I heard of Fragpunk, but I haven't seen whether or not the people are liking it. And it seems like people are enjoying it. Like it's like mostly positive reviews that I'm seeing. But there's a big like, it's good, but. And a lot of it has to do with like this game. Like everyone feels like this game is immediately gonna die just because of the microtransactions.
Yeah, no, like microtransactions always give shit too. But like I said, my whole thing is like Tekken players, you're fucking retarded. Again, going back to my final thing I wanted to say is, bro, if your Tekken World Tour had less than a handful of 1,000 viewers and a random Street Fighter 6 VTuber tournament fucking had 10 times the viewership you did, wrap that shit up, bro. Wrap that shit up. And to me, see, here's the problem too. So we can agree on that, right? No, Tekken competitive dead, whatever. Same with the FGC. On top of that, remember what I said earlier? Why do you have hope in the devs? We know these people are fucking incompetent and moronic. Why do you think I'm making a game? Because I know they can't give me what I like. Look at Season 2 of Street Fighter sucks dick. Who the fuck asked for Elena? Who the fuck asked for Mai? Where's Sean? Where's Dudley? Where's Cody? You don't need to be a rocket scientist to fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where all I'm at. Where are the characters we actually asked for? We don't get that shit. Oh, why can't we have not stupid DLC? Go fuck yourself. Offline content, also go fuck yourself. Final one. Hey, kid, the game work? Fuck you. Like, dude, these developers are so salty. You heard when Sejam got banned from commentating from Capcom just because he criticized the rollback of Street Fighter V? That's like... Again, every FGC, UFGC, why do you have hope in developers? Why? Stop that. You've seen they don't give you what the fuck they want. They don't fucking listen to you or care. Come give money to me, you dumb motherfuckers. I'll give you what you actually fucking want.
Speaking of the developer problem, because now you actually got me thinking about something else that's been going on too. And the conversation started coming up again since Ubisoft sold about 25% of itself to Tencent.
Yeah.
In terms of game developers that actually do care about gaming, but they're working for these AAA titles, what do you think would be the best suggestion for them in order for them to move on? Because obviously, you know, there's going to be about like, let's say about 19 to 20,000 people probably like over the span of this year, they're going to get let go of Ubisoft. Because there ain't no way in hell that the Chinese company is going to keep like a lot of these guys, due to the fact that the reason why they're even in the spot of selling in the first place is because their games are just flopping completely hard.
Well, if you ask me personally, first thing I saw, I mean, I said maybe it's a bit of a dick move. The gaming corporate was already oversaturated. So at the end of the day, those people, the ones you're mentioning that you let go, half of them, homie, just look into a different job. You should already look into a different job. And it's for two reasons, right? Half of that, like, it's just oversaturated, and it's for two. It's one of two or a combination. Is that one, just admit you're not that talented. Like, because at the end of the day, this field is tight, it's hard. Ain't no one got time for a mother. Like, even for me, take it as someone who's hiring people, I'm only looking for the best of what I can get for my price. And either you're already experienced or a hardcore veteran, or you're someone starting out. And guess what? Now you have to compete with everybody else. And guess what? Who I'm looking. Think about this as someone who's scouting for talent for my game stuff. I'm gonna look for you know what? That dude. Like, again, we're gonna look for the price ratio. Like, and guess what? The only way you can compete, especially if you're not that well known, you're not a huge director, are you better than everybody else? So guess what? We only have room for the best. So if you know you're not at the top of your field, homie, you gotta find something. That is what it is. It's a sad truth. It's a tight fucking market. These things have been oversaturated. It was unsustainable. Because guess what? Like I said, all these companies, whatever, hopefully in the year, whatever, even let's say I hopefully eventually buy out Capcom. Homie, my dev teams will not be bigger than 100, let alone maybe 10 people. And here's the best way to put it. it'll be okay. 10 people. That means there's 10 different roles besides director. Everyone else is getting a minor role, and it's smaller than the last. Let's say it's a team of 100. Okay, we have our lead director, then we have, basically down to the last one. That's just the person that gets coffee, and you're gonna get paid shit. And then guess what? At that point, that's not your job. That's someone else's, right? Because trust me when I say having people does help. But the way I would put it is, I would say in my mind, yeah, we have a dev team of 10. That means 10 people. But those are the people I directly talk to. Everyone underneath them is their underling. Like, say you're a 3D modeler, right? Okay, we have the lead modeler. He's the one I talk to, this and that, everything. Minor task. Okay, hey, bro, you mind? He's the dude that's in charge of scheduling and everything and keeping up. That's your office girl. Boom, that's already one spot taken. Next one. Okay, you're the one that's in charge of fucking equipment. They could be like a maintenance, so it could be for everyone. Okay, you check the things, this and that. It could be our tech dude. Someone that knows the stuff. Maybe he has background. That one, and that's for everybody. So that's 9. That one spot. 10 spots taken up. That's our maintenance guy. He's in charge of making sure our shit's good. And we have another one who would be our on the go-to guy. That's the guy who gets cameras and everything, references. Okay, cool, boom, done. Then the other dude, that's our reference guy, and each one gets one. Like, he's the one that will look up stuff, history, whatever. Then we have another one that's our spelling check, like the literary dude. And he would be the one that, and he would be used for everybody. So boom, even though we're saying a team of 100, in reality, if I can make multiple rules for one, so now we've made this team 50. That means 50 people, but it's still 10 teams. And guess what? 10 of those roles are being taken by one dude. Maintenance, our amateur. So say someone does a blender, I'll tell them, you can type whatever. Then the dude comes over and checks to make sure, okay, this is all good, whatever. And then we have our translator. He's the one that's going to translate everything, so make sure whatever. Then after that, we have our... Mind you, this is just for modeling. This is the one thing, right? We got maintenance, and he's already shared with everybody else. So in reality, there's only, lead modeler, assistant, and then behind them, there's our second modeler. That's the other person who helps congestion work. He's the one underneath him. Then after that, everything else is split by, you can work on these trees, you work on the grass, and you work on this landscape. And that's it. That's really it. But how many? But in another team, you have 100 people doing that shit. And then, you have to do it this, and that. Like, no, fuck that shit. Like that's how I would do it. Like, at the end of the day, yeah, we could say, I just look at that. I made something that's supposed to be 100 people. I already consolidated it to 50. And at the end of the day, the only real developers are at most 20 of them. So trust me, and guess what? If you want to be at that top, you got to be good as fuck. You got to be the dude. Like, mind you, we all know this. Modelers, you guys know this too. And even artists, it takes days to finish it. Sometimes weeks, months. I'm looking for the motherfucker who can sit here. I got that done in a fucking day. And I'm like, you're godlike. So, and you're like, that's impossible. Dude, there are some people that are that fucking talented. That's why they're the fucking lead. And again, if we have a good team coordination, which you guys, that helps a fuck ton. I'm not saying for everything, because obviously, good example, if I'm doing this like a character thing, that's months of work. Because now we have to, let's go to Spain, let's take pictures, character idea, this and that, everything. But like all the other stuff, like, no. Then we got a flow going. Then I know. And again, like same with the dude, they're the kind of people I could put a board up, be like, these are the problems, you can fix that. But the problem is most people, they don't know how to do that. They're little bitches, or they're just untalented. And that's the other half. Fuck you guys. You guys are losers. You're genuinely untalented losers because you couldn't get a real job at your art degree, whatever. And you're like, I don't like this. This isn't woke enough. Let me make this manly looking. Like, bro, you have no place in. Fuck off. Do yourself a savor, and then start fucking digging your grave, dog.
And kind of carrying on with that, like going on the other flip side with that.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about the fan base that wants to like get off of a certain game, but they continue on playing it just because that's the only game they basically know?
That's
or like if you're a content creator and
that's different. If you're a content creator, that's different.
I was kind of trying to expand it a little more. Like if you're a content creator and you've only made content, like perfect example I like bringing up, Destiny. Destiny's been out for more than 10 years. What if you spent 10 years, those entire 10 years playing Destiny, and at least for the past 4 years have been sick and tired of playing Destiny, but because you're only known as like the Destiny content creator, you can't move on to any other game. Like how what do you say about like those situations?
I have the perfect answer. So obviously for everything else, like, dude, you just need to expand your palette, right? That's the number one core, even with those. But I want to say a good example. There was a dude who have you guys seen the clip before? Like, is a good example. So here's the thing: as a content creator, I 100% understand. It is very tough, and it's something everybody talks about because that's the best way to be successful. Find your niche thing, grow your audience, and then go from there. And then I've seen even from my thing, from people different. I've noticed people do not like the bigger problem is because the core audience is just ignorant. It's ignorance. At the end of the day, it's like people just want to play different shit. You know, they're ignorant bigots. And the thing is you got to realize, like, bro, you got to realize that there are people that will like you for who you are, and they'll stick around no matter what you do. Yeah, like Maximilian, he could play whatever, people will fucking watch his ass, right? That's why he is what he is. That's why, to me, at the end of the day, you still got to do you, but here's the way to go about it. Good example, I think it was a COD player or something. He stopped playing COD, he switched over to Fortnite, and he got super popular. He played Ninja or some bullshit. But you see the clip, he's like, no, I'm fucking tired of playing this shit. Why do fucking people watch this shit? Like, he hated that shit. And he eventually stopped playing. And he did other stuff, but he finally actually went to Sea of Thieves. And his viewer base dropped by 1 out of 10, bro. That's how bad it was. Because it was a bunch of... But guess what? And this is what I go back to. You will have a core audience that cares for what you do and who you are. And then from there, he took his existing audience and grew more. And now he's known as one of the Sea of Thieves content creators. So no, that much is that you kind of have to find your niche again in a sense. But yeah, variety content. Yeah, the thing is about variety content creators is that it's tougher to be known because being in a niche, it's just, you just stick out a lot more. That is the sad truth. And the thing is that sucks is you have to really rely on that niche. And if the game drops, you're fucked. Like there's Naruto content creators, our content creators didn't exist. And that's why, again, that's where it makes a shit ton of sense to also make another channel. You know, start doing some stuff here and there, but then make it over to another one or something. I mean, heck, I've seen other ones that just completely like, oh, this is what he used to do. Let's say it's a Minecraft one. Now there's not an even single ounce of, like, he privated all Minecraft videos because at the end of the day, it makes sense. Like, he's like, oh yeah, I'm this kind of content. So yeah, in some cases, you definitely have to make the switch. But realize, here's the other thing too, is that it's here's the thing too. This is why I don't recommend ever going all in. Like, even this is a good business decision in general. Never go all in one thing. Always have something else on the side. Because here's the thing. Imagine if you had to rely on the money. Like, don't buy some stupid expensive apartment. The Call of Duty players will learn this the hard way. Still, like, make it where you are saving a shit ton of money. Be prepared for the future. Oddly, Ninja did a decent job in this sense. Like, once he's like, okay, you know what? My high is over. Let me, like, Ninja, give him what he wants. Respectable man with his wife. Made smart business decisions. Like, I will respect that. You know, I can respect that. He's definitely not a gamer. Cringe as shit. When it came to, he got his shit together when it came to real life. And that's, I think, a core problem you got to realize is I'll say this once again, everyone tells you, being a YouTuber is just not economically viable. And if you get too into your hands in your basket, you're going to fuck yourself. So the thing is like, oh, but I get all those monies and that. Like, homie, if that money's already fucking you over, it's not worth it, bro. Like, you be in a position where, like, I can accept for an entire year getting bitch pay until I grow my audience again in my new market. You know? That dude was lucky that he happened to live with homies, and they were able to be like, hey, yo, you're a cool bro. You know, and he wasn't paying that much in the first place. You got to realize it also depends how big it is. But if you're in that sense, that's why, again, for small countries, like, dude, that's a whole different story, right? But if you're big enough, you realize you have a privilege that you have a core audience that will follow you no matter where you. And from there, you can always grow. Like, you got to realize if you're already there, the hardest part is over. Getting noticed is the hardest part. Just take the dive and do you. Like, that's the thing when you actually get it. Even for me, mind you, I'm a small ass channel, and I've been happier. Like, you know, I'm just gonna do what the fuck I want. I still try and do things like that. And you'll just be happier for it. And at the end of the day, look at this. I don't rely on YouTube for money. I don't rely on Twitch. To me, it is side money. To be honest, that's how you should be treated. You know? And even then, I work like 2 hours every day and then like 8 at my other job. And I'm honestly pretty good. If it wasn't for the fact that this country sucks dick, I would be happy living here. Like, you know what? I get to do this. Like, it was like gaming, and it needs to be treated as a side gig. And as you say, have a main job, have a side gig. These things need to be treated far more as a side gig. I mean, think about it. Because here's the other thing too. Gaming will be more fun for you if you see it as a side gig. Because when it's a full-time job, it's not as fun anymore. And that's why, to me, I've had more fun since I got out of competing and since I got out of taking YouTube and Twitch so seriously. But to be fair, there is something gained from taking it so serious because now you've done all the hard work and you come in. It's like nothing, doing streams, this and that, like, because now you've put in all that effort. Like, there is still something to be learned from. Same with competitive gaming. If it wasn't for how hard I went at competitive gaming, I wouldn't have gained all the skills I gained today to even get the position I did at the job I am currently. You know? Yeah. Okay, now you also, chat says, Yugimon, only a few make us a variety. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, there's a lot of variety streamers, but I'm gonna keep it real. They suck dick. That you still have to have like a gimmick. And now you can also have an audience to where a major can hate you. Oh, that's true. But the haters are still giving you money. Yeah, that's why to me I love haters. That's why I will always love haters. Yugimon's on point as fuck. Haters are the greatest. Never hate on haters. Love them. They're dumbasses that'll give you free money. Even after hearing this, they're still gonna watch your shit. But yeah, that's my basic advice. Like, cause I gotta keep it real. That's what it is. Like, if to you as a personal person, bro, just vary your taste. That's not a hard thing. Like, just stop being an ignorant bigot. But for someone who makes content creation, no, I totally understand it. But that's my best way to put it, man. Is like, and it's tough. And the other thing is too. Like, I went on my other rant about like VTubers. Like, at the end of the day, it's just economically tough. Like at the end of the day, it is a privilege to be able to stream and do stuff, whatever. But the thing that's hard is that when you do this for 10 plus years and it's all you know, it's really hard to get a different fucking job. So at that point, it's not that you can't put in the hustle. You clearly can. But it's the problem that good luck finding a job that pays you as good and that doesn't. And again, then it's also the mental, which I get. You have to do something like, okay, you can get mad at tech and this and that. But someone said, what's better? Waking up at 8 a.m. doing something you fucking hate, getting paid for shit, or waking up at 8 a.m. and dealing with Yuri in 50/50s. The greatest quote ever. It's like, you know what? That's true. I'd rather play shit in tech.
Not gonna lie, I'd rather not deal with the 50/50 Urian, honestly.
Regardless, my point being is, you do realize it is a privileged job. The card of the thing is, and this is where I do get, is because economically. That's why do not make your fucking. This is the biggest, again, and this is for you, pro, is like, unless you're the big of the big, whatever, like, have a backup plan. Something my teacher always told me, my math teacher, he says, oh, people are going to be football players, basketball players. And to be honest, a lot of these people said it. No, they were. And one of them, he is a professional football player, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he's still, I know he did in college. He's Romel Hill. So you guys, I'm not a big football watcher, so I don't know if he's playing in the league right now as we speak. But even he, again, smart dude, he said, my teacher's like, well, why are we going to do this? And my teacher said, like, oh, yeah, you're going to be, but what if, he said, okay, what if you get injured? What happens when you retire? And now you're used to this lifestyle. What's going to keep you afloat? That's why he said, a lot of good sport people. He said, especially, he said in football, Mexican. He said they are accountants. You can sit here, you can't manage anything, but now, and it makes sense because now you can manage your money. Don't be like Mike Tyson, where he ended up being broke and he had to get help from, oddly, believe it or not, Trump himself. It's like, yeah, be smart with your money. That's why, like, yeah, even if you're an athlete or even a musician, homie, pay attention in school. That shit will save you. And he said, and again, my teacher said, if you're gonna pay attention in anything, let it be math. That'll save your fucking. You can ignore English. Heck, you can even ignore science. Don't ignore math. Yeah, and the safety net for sports people is investing. See, thank you, Yugiman. Well fucking said. Well fucking said. So yeah, that's the other thing, is at the end of the day, for you content creators, it's not mostly our fault. I mean, I know because I'm not stupid. That's why I never went all in YouTube, Twitch, or pro gaming. That was my number one greatest thing. And again, thanks to the people that I grew around. Even my own dad said, yeah, we still invest, be smart. Even if this is your thing, always have a backup plan, because look at anything and can things go wrong? When you do a bank account, when do things go wrong? Like, things go wrong when you quit. That's why having a stable job is super important. Something's gonna be harder than ever, because at the end of the day, being a content creator is not stable. And especially if you have wife, family, and kids. And again, these are things that I just not talk to you, whatever. But if you're not like me, single, you have the luxury where you can kind of take these risks and whatever, right? That's why, to me, being a pro gamer and having a family is immaculately hard. It's to me, I don't even bother. That's why, to me, I can never be a pro gamer and have a family man. Fuck no, I would never do it. I would never take that. Not in a million. I'm not risking my kids' own future for my own fucking personal glory. Fuck. That's just the way I fucking see it, right? And that's the best thing. This thing is just basically financial advice and shit. Is like, yeah, you have to take a risk. You have to take the dive, but at the end of the day, this is like a side hustle shit. Like, this is, and that's how I treat it. And to be honest, I've been happier and oddly more fucking successful. I mean, it's a deep talk. That is a deep one, and it's something that I totally get. So that's why I went off a bit on. But yeah, follow your dream. Like, at the end of the day, then you got to remember, your audience will leave anyways, because why do we even do this? We do this because, damn, I get to play games for fun and get paid. And again, if it's a full-time, that's why, to me, it's like, yeah, make it a side hustle. And I realize when it feels like a fucking job, it is a job, and you no longer have fun doing the thing. And that's why, again, some people say the whole streaming controversy is that because they're so into that, and it's true. Once you do this, like, yeah, it's still not as bad as working at McDonald's, but, there's something life-draining about the thing that you did for fun after the job you hated is now the thing you also fucking hate doing. That is definitely a level of mind fuckery that people don't understand. And that is depressing. Like, man, imagine the thing that you used to cure your depression is now causing it. Now what the fuck do you do? And that's why, to me, it's like, nah, bro, just make it a side job. Like, oh man, I happen to play co-op, let me put up a video. Hey, shit. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep it $1.50. For 90% of content creators, unless you're making god tier videos like Core A or insert other big creator here, your content shit anyways. It doesn't matter if you put all these fancy slides. A good example, like Dr. Disrespect. Like, bro, homie could put the most lazy layout. People will still fucking watch it. Look at good example. Best example, Eris. That motherfucker don't put any effort in his videos. We still watch his ass, because at the end of the day, what matters more as a content creator is you as a person. That's why, to me, like, people spend too much effort on things that doesn't matter. Like, bro, what matters is always you. At the end of the day, people come for fucking you. Like even me, we see it with me. My content right now, objectively, is nowhere near as good as my old shit. Why? Because I'm focusing on me far more now. I'm making more money, and I get more views for just sitting here talking real shit like I'm doing right now. Because at the end of the day, you guys are here to fucking watch me. You know, every now and once in a blue moon, hey, here's a nice little cookie. Let me make a fucking meme video, you know, or something. And then you guys are like, hey, you're eating good. But as we see too, look how much effort I put, how many views I get. The fact that my videos that I put in hours, sweat, you know, well, not tears, but you get what I'm saying. Like my car video, that's not popping off. That should get 1 million views at least. But what gets more views? Oh, me talking shit about Silent Hill. It's just the current economy that is what it is, man.
I mean, like kind of touching base on that as well. Like one of the things I find really interesting is that it is far easier to like talk mad shit and get more views from talking shit. And I kind of feel like it's not necessarily hate watching, but it kind of shows that like the entirety of the internet is kind of siding on being more negative towards these things. And I feel mainly because like everyone is of course sick and tired of being dragged through the fucking muck now at this point, man. Like, you know, we used to be able to enjoy this pastime, and now we can't even do that simply just because, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry want to be able to throw as many microtransactions into their games as possible, and it ruins everything that we want to do. It ruins our fun. And
yeah, you know what? Yeah.
Fun, we get to the point where, like, yeah, man, we're just going to continue on talking about shit because fuck guys, man, you guys don't care about us.
Hey, Yugimon said it best in chat. He said, "You all know why a president found putting the fries in a bag fun? Because for him, it wasn't a job. When a fun becomes the main source of income, it gets less and less." That is a banger quote. That is a banger fucking quote. And same thing. That's why to me, even if you're not concentrated, that's why I don't like shitty MMOs and other games. Like unless you're a fighting game and you're playing for money. That's why I am not going to put more than 100 hours into a fighting game if there's not money in it. Because a game should not feel like a fucking job. When the game does that, it doesn't respect your time. That's why I don't like games like FF. Or especially most turn-based games. Like, dude, in my opinion, turn-based games shouldn't be longer than 8 to 16 hours. Fuck no. They should not be 100 hours. Your gameplay is too mediocre and your story's too average for that shit. Fuck off. And I'm not paying $60, bro. Like, no. So to you people who struggle with that, like, never should a game feel like a job. Unless you're a content creator or a professional player, never should a game feel like a job. Never. I do not care what the fucking excuse is. Anyways, Karen, I'm done.
I don't know. I kind of want to go against that because there are some games where I'm perfectly fine with them being like non-brandy games. Or like, perfect example I'm bringing up. A lot of people grew up on RuneScape. And there's still people who have like their accounts since like the early 2000s playing RuneScape.
Oh, that's like an immersion thing. That's not even the same conversation, bro. Things like Sims, Ark, like those are long games for a reason. But that's not a job. Like, you're genuinely having fun.
Like World of Warcraft, or like, you know, any other MMOs that we end up bringing up. Like a lot of people like the Final Fantasy stuff because, you know, they're into like the lead vibe of Final Fantasy. I personally don't get it. I honestly think it's trash, but at the same time, it's like those people play those games mainly because like that's their aesthetic that they like, and for the fact that they go as long as they do trying to grind those games out, like
to me it's the same thing. Like to me, if it's a unique experience, I'm all for it. Like that's why I definitely can agree that when it's like, okay, it's definitely like basically, you know, let me go mine in Final Fantasy. It's like it is done, but like it's part of the thing, and it's like, okay, I get it. You're playing a job within a fun, but to me it's like, okay, whatever. I give it some shit. Like people who play job games, like I can never do, you know what I'm saying? Like to me it's that pisses me off, but like, hey, to them it's a unique experience, and at the end of the day it shows, I'm gonna keep it $150. It shows how privileged you are. If you're like, man, I want to go to a minefield, and it's like, dude, no. Like I'm pretty sure the Irish are like, dude, I did that for 10 years. I'm not doing that again. And like to me, that's why I don't like job games. I'm like, dude, to me, because it shows you are privileged. I'm broke as fuck for years. I see, oh, let me go play. Why don't I just go do the real job and make money? You know, oh, let me paint simulator watch. I'm like, dude, what's stopping me from investing that money they spent on this game? Let me go buy a power wash and go to people door to door. Hey, yo, you want me to clean your shit? Like, I would rather do that. That's why I don't like job games. I'm like, I'd rather just actually do the job. Like at the end of the day, if you do job games, you're low key kind of privileged. Like you have to admit that you are one. Because never in my life have I heard any real hardworking gamer be like, yeah, I want to play a game where you do a job. Fuck no. But again, it goes back to that whole thing is because they already work real jobs. Why would the last thing you want to do? I want to sit down after a hard day's work of construction. Let me go play Construction Simulator. Like the fuck? Hell no. Fun fact and thing. Again, I've seen it on Reddit or something that when you're a professional, people think like, oh, say you're a professional photographer, right? That's what she was. Bro, after she's done it for so long and everything, and she does it, and she's an artist and everything. But she says like, nah, bro. When you come back home, the last thing you want to see is your fucking camera because you know what I'm saying. Like you get tired of it. Like you're like, nah, your passion, everything. Like I need to, and I've experienced this. Like sometimes, like literally after gaming this out, I'm like, dude, I don't even want to see a controller. I've sat and just vibed in the couch, like in the living. My sister's like, damn, you're vibing. I'm like, why aren't you playing a game? I'm like, dude, when you do what I do, gaming becomes a job. Sometimes you just need to stay the fuck away from it. You know, like it is what it is. Genuinely, something you just need to step away from that shit. That's why to me, you definitely are privileged if you unironically play job game, like 1,000. Because again, like he said with Trump. Oh my god, I'm putting French fries. I guarantee you there are people right now that are sick of hearing the McDonald's noise and they're like, dude, I don't want to be nowhere near a fucking McDonald's. You know? But anyways, carry on.
McDonald's once.
I will make a concession about enjoying right. Then a game. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not about the length of the content. It's the like someone said it best. If it's 100-hour game, but if only an hour is interesting and the next is grinding, that's garbage. But if it's like, say, a 6-hour game, but every single hour is god tier, I'd rather play the 6-hour game. That's why I say Nioh's one of the few games that's 100 hours is worth it. Every hour in Nioh, was not a fucking waste of time. Meanwhile, I cannot say that for every other 100-hour game, including Monster Hunter. Nioh's the only one where you're like, this shit cooks for every fucking hour. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for the comment, Digimon. Carry on.
I mean, anything else that anyone else would like to add to that list? Because I do know that we have a particular somebody who is not saying anything at all. I think he fell asleep.
Swipe. Anything else you want to talk about, or are we still going on something? What you got? You said you had a lot, bro. Like that means
no. I have a lot, but like I'm also pressed for time at the same time because it's like, damn, man, it's almost time for us to even go to.
Fair enough. I mean, but even then, still at least get our thoughts out.
You know what? Here's a quick little thing we could touch base on before I head out. Oh man, how should I explain? How should I make this stuff? Let me think about it.
Oh no, I read that.
No. Here's a better subject. I'm thinking about it. You touched base on it a little earlier, talking about Microsoft like leaving the the console wars.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Microsoft and Steam joining forces in order for them to make a console where you're able to play both your Xbox games and your Steam games on the console?
It's gonna be crazy. The economics of it and everything, I wouldn't know. Like it's crazy. It's not, but at the end of the day, it's better for the gamers because, like, honestly, it is very anti-consumer that PlayStation and Xbox only have one storefront. 100%. As to how it's gonna work to buy Steam, I have no fucking idea. But it's a welcome thing, right? Yeah, literally, Steam games are cheaper too. But that's why it would incentivize Xbox to actually make their shit cheap. But here's the funny thing. Steam sales is what made Sony sales good until the PS4, because then they realized, wait, why are we competing with Steam? It's like, no, you are. Make sure your shit's cheaper. Because, like, dude, on God, right now, I mentioned before that PlayStation games, on average, like, dude, literally, I bought a fighting game on Steam over PlayStation. I was going to buy the PlayStation version, mind you. But because it's $10 more than the Steam, I'm like, why would I? Like, and it was on sale, too. It's like, yeah, even a PlayStation sale is not going to beat the Steam sale. Basically, it's always good to welcome competition. But to me, it's going to be weird. How's it going to really work when it's the same? And then I don't know. But regardless, it's a welcome thing. Also, all the Sony fanboys are butthurt about that. Like, that's a short one.
All right then. Well, if that's the case, do you think PlayStation will be able to survive in its own ecosystem if it's going against the console that can literally play both console and PC games?
Ooh, dude, I don't know. I mean, I will say hopefully next generation Xbox does better, because this gen, bro, I heard a lot of people are switching over to Xbox just how much cheaper it is. Because PlayStation, they're getting too cocky. They're too stupid and out of touch. Like, who knows? Like I said, I think the true sign, like I think Xbox eventually will kind of like, maybe they will still. Maybe I feel like I can see Xbox leaving the console space after Xbox whatever, but also like not really, because now they're going into software. And even Sony, like I think the thing is, because I can legitimately see, and we already see the way it is. of them. Maybe I don't think they'll leave, but I think it'll be to a point where, for most people, like, why would I buy PlayStation or Xbox when I can just have it? Whereas Nintendo is the only one where you have a reason to buy their fucking system to an extent, right? Like, I just don't see a future without Xbox and Sony, but I can see it. But I think I can see a future where they're 100% less relevant. Like, because for me, I outside of playing legacy games, I don't see a reason to buy a PS6. I really because it's clear developers this and that, whatever. Like, especially now, dude, I need a game to be 4K 120 minimum. These consoles are not gonna deliver that. PS6 is not gonna give me that. And guess what? On top of that, we already said with Monster Hunter this and that. These games, they somehow still want to run at. Who the fuck? Like, as a gamer, dude, if normies, well, there'll always be a reason to have a console, right? But for gamers,
Yeah.
no, they're making it, like, mind you, I want to stay on console. I hate fucking with PCs, so, but they're making it. I have no choice. I refuse to play modern games at anything less than 1440 with good anti-aliasing and at 60. Fuck no, dude. Fuck no. Give me 120, dude. Like, fuck no. Like, after feeling one, dude, I can't go back. I cannot go back. And we already seen the like on God. Here's the thing. Let's say the PS6 is gonna run Monster Hunter World. It's not gonna run it at 120. Like, literally, these games with their advanced graphics, 60's unplayable, dude. Literally, it hurts my eyes. I can't play these realistic games at 60. I need 120. And this is why indie developers, man, fuck, dude. Wait, and guess what? At the end of the day, it's easier to publish on Steam as well instead of fucking PlayStation and Xbox. The fucking.
True.
So that's like, I don't know. Like, the push for PC is strong. Like, it was already strong going into PS4, super strong going into PS5. Going into PS6, it's the only logical answer. Like, if you're a real gamer, you're gonna have, even if you still have a console, you have a PC, bro. It's too relevant, it's too cheap, and it's not stupid. Because guess what? The biggest problem is all GPU. Homie, the Intel exists. I have a B570 right the fuck now. This card's fucking amazing. It's at a decent fucking... The fact that I can sit here and be like, yo, $200, you can actually get a graphics card that isn't fucking garbage. That's such a crazy statement to say, that I don't have to pay $1,000 for some garbage-ass NVIDIA shit. I can pay $200, be like, yo, I am playing an actual optimized game at 120 for fucking K. That game runs great on Xbox. Want to know what it runs at? Oh, 1440p 60. I'm like, oh, that is playable. Sure. But why would I lessen myself to less 124K? It's just, as a gaming experience, why would you do that to yourself as a gamer? Why would you? You know?
Like, it genuinely, like, it would be nicer if it was able to push just a little harder than that. I mean, especially when you're spending money on a really expensive console like this, it's like, hey, yo, like, you know, we need a bang for a buck.
And here's the thing, instead of money, here's the thing, either you're waiting, because here's the beta, but is nobody, let's see, I'll give it to me. Like, to me, it like, you have to wait. At this point, you're gonna have to wait. Like, if it's even for me, like, I want the Prime experience. Why do I have to wait for the PS6 to be able to play, let's say, WoW? I'm not gonna play WoW, I'm fucking fucked up. But let's say, let's wait for the PS6 version where they have a 120 FPS update and you can actually run it. Like, you have to wait now an entire generation for the game to be what I consider playable. Because, again, that game, like I said, like very few games are as optimized as that game that run at 4K, 1080, 120 or 60, whatever it is. But it's like, now that we know we can do better, why? Like, they all have like, oh, they have to drop this and that. Like, okay, why would I have the subpar experience when I know next generation it'll be a lot better? You know, like, there are games I have even right now I can't play Ninja Gaiden because it looks and runs like shit on Xbox, and even on PC, I'm like, I guess I'll wait for the new Intel card. Like, honestly, these games are pushing graphics too much that it's like, I'll wait for now they're like PC gamers. They're like, I'll wait for the next generation of systems. Like, yeah, you could play it now, but why would you do that when you know the next one's gonna run better? Oh, I can wait for the Pro version. Now,
with that being in mind, though, isn't that essentially saying like these consoles have been a waste just because the way how they try to optimize the games and they're not really running properly the way how they should be on these consoles?
And even then, dude, that's again, that's why I said, to me, anyone who bought Wilds is a retard. Like, you genuinely are retarded, bro. Like, unless you're a PC player that has the highest end rig, you're retarded. That is an objective fucking fact. That shit looks and runs like garbage, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, even for me, because I really wanted to get the game, like I remembered the way how Monster Hunter World was when it first came out and how it was just pretty much janky, and it took a good minute for them to fix the buggy issues of the game itself.
Yeah, and Wild is way worse. Wild is way fucking
Yeah.
way worse.
So like even for me, like I'm like, yeah, I could wait like a year or two until everything is done, or even better when they get like, I guess you could say like the expansion,
Yeah, exactly.
like the way how like Iceborne basically was for Monster Hunter World, or the Sunbreaker for Rise. Kind of the same way. Like I rather wait for that and then experience the full game than, you know, playing it right now when it's buggy, and you know I'm gonna eventually get sick and tired of the stuff that they currently have now, and then I'll just be bitching and complaining about how much I kind of just don't like this game anymore because the way how it plays.
Yeah, by the way, Yugemon, we might or may not get another Need for Speed, but dude, that last one was garbage. Like, EA, again, I have no hope for EA. They're not gonna do anything. But the main thing I'm getting at too, especially too with these companies, like they're just out of touch. Like, let's ignore the fact because the average person doesn't care about performance. Like they're like me, they'll probably play Adamfall, no problems. Me as a Carco game, I'm at the same point with consoles. Like, just wait for the next system. Like we're saying, I'll just wait for a new GPU. It's the same thing. It's like might as well just have the PC if it's the same shit. But then also it's like, bro, the number one thing to me that even goes back to me, why people are switching so hard. I heard it for even PlayStation. Thank God. This shit's too expensive. You charge $80 to play online. Like, I'm sorry, no. Like, especially now in the economic recession we're in, dude. Who the fuck has money to pay $80 for Plus? Fuck you. No. That's like, yeah. That to me is the real reason. Paying for online is a scam. And if I'm going to play, please, for the love of God, be Nintendo and Game Pass combined. Charge me $20 for a year and give me Game Pass quality. That is the standard I have. Nothing more like, that's unsustainable. That sounds like a you problem, bitch, not me. Because guess what? This is all I got. You see this 20? This is all I got. This is all I don't know where you're going to get more money from me, dog. I would love to know where you're going to get more money from me. Like, I would genuinely like to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I spend 10 times more money on the shitty PlayStation? Like, literally, bro, think about it. The money I save from not buying Plus alone, I bought the GPU. I literally bought a B570 with
which
money
is incredible.
So people, PC gaming is too expensive. Says the moron who pays $80 to $160 for Plus. Homie, you could buy a GPU with that money and then play online for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money you save from not paying from Plus alone, you could get the part that you complain that's so expensive. Like, here's the money. Here's the PS5. Here's like a year of Plus. No, PS5 Pro, what, 700? Let me buy the stand. Okay, now it's 800. Let me buy like Plus, 900. And it's put an extra 100. So now you have $1,000 you are wasting on a PS5 Pro online and all the other shit. When with that same money, homie, you literally have a system that the PS6 won't even fucking touch. And you play online for free. And you get the logically, why? You know, it doesn't make sense. It's like, I have $500 here, 500. Okay, what am I going to spend it on? Garbage over system that runs everything like trash, and I have to still pay for online. Or here's a nice, decent SPC, and I could buy games for a fucking $1, and I could play online for free. It doesn't make sense. Economically, it doesn't make sense, bro. It to the point where even I've literally talked to normies, and even they've considered jumping to PC because they've seen how expensive Sony is. Literally, Sony is losing just on price alone because they're that out of touch, bro. People, again, this is all I have right here in my hand. This $20. How the fuck am I going to buy Plus? At this point, I'd rather save every 20 that I would buy. Like, okay, save, give me a year. Boom, I bought myself a new PC. Now I never have to pay for Plus. And here's the worst thing about it. When people generally jump to PC, they never go back to consoles. That's the worst thing. That is the thing. When you lose someone on console to PC, you're never getting that motherfucker back. Never. You're never getting that motherfucker back, bro.
Any final touches on the subject?
No, I think that's it. That's really it.
All right, then. Well, for now, we'll go ahead and talk about other things for another time. I got Xbox handheld being leaked into specs. What could we expect?
Yeah,
from
yeah. I would like to like
when
round
they
out like
finally
topics
announce it?
that
We got the
kinda-
Switch 2 possibly coming out in June. We have there's a couple other things. I'll make sure I'll put on the list as well.
I wish we got to talk more about Anim Fall. How that's like one of the fact. I
Oh
mean,
no, that I feel like that has to be a review. I feel like we need to legit review that.
I mean, I'll say this much, man. It's all. But you already know we gotta drop our list. Like it's already in the list for greatest awards for the most optimized game, which is crazy.
Oh yeah, we can throw it
Because
in there.
last year we couldn't think of one. We couldn't even think of one. This game is already fucking, dude.
I know. For me right now, like the other game I really want to put in there is Split Fiction because the amount of praise that this game has gotten simply off the back of it. One being a game that works, two being a complete game, three being a co-op game, no matter if you want to play online or on the couch, and then number four, which is one of my favorite things, if you own the game and the person doesn't own the game, as long as they download like the friend version, you're able to play together.
Also, another thing I do want to mention a little bit is the fact that the KOF Mark of the Wolves I think is going to make a bigger difference in the FGC than 2x KO. Because the fact
Really?
you're launching with only 10. Because here's the thing, Cristiano Ronaldo's like one of the most famous people on the planet. Like
True.
he's gonna get that alone has way more eyes than Gay As League. Because guess what? League's only popular in China. It's not popular anywhere else.
Mhm.
Ronaldo's popular worldwide. Like that is not a contest. So I'm
Alrighty
really
then.
looking forward to that.
With that,
And,
any closing?
what was it? Yeah. I wanted to say too that a lot of escape from games are popping off. Like, you guys know, like the whole remake is get stuff, leave out. We have Escape from Dungeons and Dragons, Dark and Darker as it's called. We have Escape from Roblox. Then we even have fucking, like I said, Escape from Fallout. That's what I call it. Escape from I love seeing the rise of escape from games. That's what I'm calling it. It's the vibe. But and the whole thing is with But is there any topics you can think of just so we can get them out now, and then we're not gonna talk about, but just topics, just so I can get my brain rolling. I honestly feel like I talked about everything I wanted to.
Well, no, right now I'm actually getting kicked out of the spot where I'm at. That's why I'm like, this closed.
Fair enough. All right, that's fine. That's good. I'll put them down and get my thoughts together. But thank you guys for joining us. Vile was being a bitch. The other two are nowhere near to be found, so it's just me and Vile and me really ranting. I feel like that took up a lot of time, but I mean, hopefully you enjoyed it.
We back though.
Okay, but this is your sign off then, Mar.
Yeah, ladies, gentlemen and female gentlemen, remember to zip it up and zip it out.
Thanks for joining us, Mar. Catch you in the next.
Right.
Peace. And again, thank you so much. And again, Yugimon, thank you for joining in. No, dude, that game was actually trash. Don't come at me, dude. That Need for Speed was garbage. Like, I love the art, but man, that story and dialogue needs to die in a fucking hole. Like, that literally ruined that entire game. I'm not gonna play that game if I have to deal with these Zoomer talk, bro, and that shitty soundtrack. That's a good way to end it. I wish. So I'm still up for a minute. I wish I knew what. Oh yeah, I could have talked about Starlight. I mean, there's FGC stuff I want to talk about. I wish I knew what I want. See, this happens every time. Well, how about, and then I'm like, just because like so I can write it down. So give me a minute, boys. Oh, who's here?
God damn, man, these motherfuckers were kicking me out. Hurry up, get the fuck out. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Wait, where you at?
I was at Starbucks.
Oh, the whole time.
Yeah, because my wife is still at work.
I thought you were at home, dog.
Nah.
Oh, well, that's cool.
I'm waiting for my wife to get off so we can both go home.
Okay, cool. What? Dude, isn't Starbucks known as the place where you hang around and do nothing?
Well, yeah, but now you gotta like actually pay for something in order for you to sit there, which
Did
is
you
fine because I got like buku rewards and shit. So I
Ah.
literally don't even spend a dime. I just get free shit off the app.
They're lame. No, whatever. You took advantage of it, and it was a good way to end it. Bad.
Man, but no, I did want to jump on the Atom Fall because holy fuck, man! Like earlier when we were talking about the game, I was looking at, I was like, man, this just looks like a great time. This game's a fucking great time. And then, yeah, I did want to bring up
Xbox handheld because that whole conversation about Steam and Xbox joining forces. Like, I feel like obviously they're going to end up having both those combined. But the crazy thing is, since the Steam Deck does exist, I kind of wonder whether or not that would be a good idea. Because wouldn't that go against the Steam Deck if you have Steam Deck that plays Steam and Xbox games as well? Or are they gonna try to keep it dedicated for both and be like, yeah, we have the Steam Deck, and now we're updating it where you play Xbox games now? A lot of shit to this.
Okay, this is gonna be the next topic of dude, a HoloLive VTuber of all of them did a face reveal, like, and it's official. Like that is a huge deal. I don't know who she is either. I never heard of her, but she's gonna pop off. It says Matsuri reveals her 3D model. It's like it's a model, but it's here like she's like all cute and she's even dressed like her character. Like, dude. I mean, I guess hopefully I want to say I hope it doesn't become a trend because, like I said before, I think VTubers the beauty is the appeal of an anonymity. Because like me and dude, these dudes are unhated online, bro. Like, it's cool that she's doing it, so then we have less of a weird trend where people say, "Oh, that these people can't have real lives in the real world," which is annoying. But it's also cool that they can use it. But like, so it's a 50-50. Like, I'm glad that this is happening, but also like I hope it doesn't become a trend where VTubers are okay with showing their face because, like I said, some of these people are unhated. But yeah, no, that's a damn holy shit. I kind of wish I covered this now because this just happened. It said 13 hours ago. So that is a huge fucking deal. Because it's not just a random VTuber. Like, no, we're talking about a corporate company, dude. This is like the equivalent of Spider-Man revealing himself in Civil War levels of importance. Like, it is.
Good fucking reference.
Like, because I even said it before, to me, VTubers are like superheroes, like their secret identity is something to be kept. Like, that's why I said if I ever met any of them, like, bro, I would wear like hard-ass sunglasses and be like, nah, bro, I can't reveal who, like even you can ask codes and like everyone, like, dude, I am good at reverse doxing. Any leak or anything, I'm like, nope, I didn't see shit. I don't know what this bitch looks like, nothing. Because the thing is, people can use like, dude, I know shit. Like, there are people who know psychological tricks. Because, dude, if someone's desperate enough to find out where a Japanese singer idol lives just by the reflection in her eyes, these people are committed. So that means if someone, say we were doing our podcast, whatever, there could be someone so committed, maybe they paid someone, whatever, they could find out where a VTuber lives or their identity just by simply like you asking about them in chat or something and then seeing how I react. They could get like a professional psychiatrist to hear my voices and that, and they could be like, okay, and they could get information. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why to me, if you see in an anime, right? Like, what if I get my mind taken over? Then like, oh, okay, I have them. Both. This is a theoretical. Like, yeah, I'm that paranoid, bro. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm ready for psychics, people getting my body. I'm ready for everything. That's why, like, I'm just. What's the best way to avoid getting the VTuber docs? Hold up, here are some sunglasses. I have no idea what you look like, bitch. We're good. Like, that is how committed. To me, I'm like, you guys are like Spider-Man. I don't want to. Like, remember that scene in Spider-Man where like the dude had his face on and they said, we're not gonna tell anybody. That's that level. Like, nah, bro. I ain't telling nobody how the fuck you'll face. At the end of the day, imagine someone dying just because I happen to see them one fucking time. Like, that's something that I could not live with. Because again, at the end of the day, dude, you've seen how unhinged people online are. Like, unless I personally know them and contact them a lot, then okay, cool, I can do something and be prepared. Like, hey, yo, insert VTuber girl. Or no, heck, say when I have my McMansion in the future, I have my little community of foreigners. Well, they live in my community. I can actually, so of course, I know how they look like. Yeah, of course I'm gonna know how they look like. Because guess what? They're under my protection. I have cameras and everything. So there's some weirdo being outside. I'm gonna beat his ass. That's why to me it's like no. That's why to me that's also kind of, again, like a superhero thing. Like, if I know your secret identity, I earned knowing your secret identity. It's, again, I think it's like that philosophy I gained from like reading comic book stuff. It's like no, secret identity is a secret identity. You gotta earn that shit. One does not simply know a secret identity. I don't care if it's what's it called? A superhero, a superstar, a luchador, or a VTuber. A secret identity is a secret identity, and you got to respect that shit. That's something that I have high morals for, and people who don't respect that, in my opinion, are just selfish shit. Like, there's a reason they have a secret identity. But yep, that's a pretty big deal, man. Well, if you get a gravity, most people, it's not that big. Like, no, it's a big deal, dog. It's a very
that actually hearing that, like, I'm legit actually fucking hyped for that. It's actually a cool idea. Holy fuck.
But hopefully, again, and the other thing is, I guess I am scared out. It's like, Well, hopefully she doesn't have, because here's the thing, right? You already seen how simpy V2 fans are. Because a better way to put it is, oh, I care about her personality. You sure? Because one VTuber got hers leaked by accident. Then it showed that she was actually kind of fat. Oh, she stopped having simps like not even that long after. Like, oh, see, look at that. Where are they now?
I'm not sipping for fat.
Right? It's like, and to me, like I said, I've always been scared of Kevin. This is why I told Honorable I can never understand people who fall for VTubers. Like, homie, like I think that look, trust me, I like a girl for her personality as much as the next dude. But even I'm kind of shallow. Like I need this. Need
Honestly,
a girl to be
that's
thin.
explainable though. Like a lot of that's explainable simply just because when dudes be dudes. Like
Mhm.
you don't even have to be a VTuber. You could literally just be there,
Mhm.
and they'll be like, "Oh my god," and just fucking goon over somebody. Like look at the way how people like treat idols and shit.
Yeah, literally.
Like it's literally the same type of deal. Like no matter what. Like if you're a female, hell, even for some dudes, like if you
Oh yeah,
look at
100.
like people will just be all over your jock no matter the fuck what, and it's like
Fact.
in the strangest way possible. And the thing is, I feel like the reason why people are capable of doing that simply just because we basically just tell people it's acceptable to be like that. Like society
Yeah,
itself
literally. Thank you. Yeah.
allows.
You know the best way to put it is I was saying like because no Subaru, one of my favorite VTubers, she was even saying like, bro, 3 to 4 different times they had a stalker problem. But mind you, this is even before she was famous as a VTuber. They're just random Japanese girls. Like that's why Japan is, mind you, Japan is one of the safest countries in the world. They still have a stalker. Like you, and guess what? Like the police can't do anything about it until they actually cause harm. They can't do anything about the stalker. And to me, I think that's fucking retarded. Like you said, society allows this kind of fucking. And it's even worse if you're a woman. You just get away with this shit. Oh, did you touch some little dude in high school? Oh, you're a hot teacher. We'll let you get away with it. You get 2 weeks in prison. What? You fucking kidding me?
Can't tell me that shit. I'm gonna coom.
Like, no, you are not wrong, dude. It is definitely 1,000 societal problem. I mean, the fact that women think it's okay to whoring themselves out too is okay, or taking to me the biggest reason why I have beef. I don't have beef with bitches who sell their body this and that. That's why I said like even to me like I don't care if a chick like has a high body count. I mean like I care because she plays Third Strike. What I care to me, this is why I don't like OnlyFans people and even like this is why I have more respect for strippers, cam girls, and porn stars over OnlyFans and Twitch streamers because they actually care about the craft and are genuinely good people. You people only do this and don't care that you ruin other people's lives and don't mind lying and cheating about it. You know, that's what how many, including VTubers, how many VTubers and Twitch thoughts hide that they have a boyfriend or are married? Like 90% of them. You know, I just don't like the dishonesty. Meanwhile, porn's like a scene to be like, yeah, I'm married or some bullshit. You know, like the dishonesty is insane to me. Or like again, a good example, like a stripper will not lead you like okay, some of them whatever they'll be like, oh no, like I'm not sure whatever. Like you know, a Twitch streamer and a VTuber rely on you simping. Like they literally work to make you think that you could end up with them. Like you know, I just don't like the dishonesty. To me, I don't like OnlyFans and Twitch streamers because they're. And the one thing I don't like is a dishonest woman. Like I don't give a shit if you sucked 100 dudes' dick. You know that. But mind you, I'm the minority. What I care is, are you honest? You know, and that's why, like to me, I don't like someone who has like kids before because it's not an indicator that you get dicks in that. It's the fact that you're not a responsible, smart person. Because how the fuck, if you knew you get this much dick, fuck you mean you got pregnant? What are you, stupid? Now that's what it is to me. It's always the in the brain thing. That's why, like to me, body count does not matter. I don't really care. You know, and mind you, again, I also know I'm the minority, but at the end of the day, the reason why most men do care, and I get it, is because it's an indicator of your intelligence. People think it's the body. No. What it really is to men is that you're not someone I can trust, and that's what matters far more to a man than anything. It's not the fact you got 100 dicks, which to a degree is for some people who have low self-esteem. That for them it is, but to the average man who's actually smart, it's the fact that I can't trust you because at the end of the day, 90% of women who get that much dick can't stay loyal. That's why to me, it's like. It's to me, it's an indicator that you're probably. That's why, like, if I hear a high body count, immediately I'm suspicious because I'm like, can I trust them? That's my number one thing. And we see how many stories do we see? Oh, a girl that was a former stripper or prostitute, and then they end up marrying the main character. They don't cheat on them, but the thing is, that's the minority. You know, that's the mind. That's why to me, it's like if I see you have a kid, oh, you already failed. You clearly have failed. Like there should be a bare minimum of condom or hitting abortion, whatever. Like it's and even then it shows that we don't have similar philosophies because I don't give a shit about abortion. It's like, homie, it's not even alive yet. Who gives a shit? You know? Like it's awful. And again, that's why some people who have that philosophy, like, oh, don't have sex before marriage, and guess what? You're fucked. And guess what? A lot of dudes are like them, especially if you're like Catholic. Like you have no choice. You have to be a virgin. And then you wonder why you can't get a good man.
Dudes are not even Catholic that follow that shit.
Well, you get my point. Morals, like even people who are Christian Catholic, like it depends what you. And to me, I'm a Buddhist. Like my mind is more open than the average. That's why to me, body count doesn't. And also, I feel like I'd be a hypocrite. That's why to me, that's why the rule is like body count does count. But here's the best way to put it: I feel like as a woman, you should never. Again, mind you, there's exceptions. Your body count should never be higher than your partner, and the reason for that is for two. Again, the main reason most dudes like whatever is because at the end of the day, they're gonna be self-conscious. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. The average dude, especially lower non-Chad dudes, like, oh man, they imagine if you're like especially like the most virgin types, like some will be happy that they even got best girl, whatever, they have those. It's 50, like, oh my god, I got best girl, I don't care. Then other ones are like, oh man, she fucked more dudes than I fucked girls. That's a self-esteem. It is what it is, right? That's why, and because that's why to me, I have to agree with that sentence. I was like, you know what? Even for me, I'm like, I feel like if a girl has more body count than me, I don't think I could be with. For me, it's not self-conscious. Hell no, fuck. It's just to me, it's like, dude, I'm a whore. You should not have a bigger body count than me. Granted, my inside's so high, but like, it is what it is, right? But you get what I'm saying, right? Like I think that rule applies to everybody, whether the dude's a whore or not. The woman should not have a higher. A woman should not have a higher body count than the guy. It just shouldn't. And mind you, this is someone who has strong self-esteem. I wouldn't care. Here's the way to put it. Let's say I have 100. She has 101. I wouldn't give a shit. It's like, okay, one more. Ooh, big deal. But to me, it's like I think anything past double digits gets concerning, even to me, because like, dude, I'm not in double digits, but it's mind you because of the current climate. If I wasn't, bro, I'm gonna keep it $150 with you. Like, I'd probably have like like a whore is. Can you have sex and not be emotionally attached? You're a whore. I'm 100% a whore. But it's like to me, it's like to me, my problem is if you're a modern woman, you have like that. I feel like that is a lot, even as a bitch. That's why it's like double digits and pat. Like, no, that's much. And even this is coming from like a whore, dude. Like, you'd have to be to me, you have to be like a diamond, bro. Like 0.1%. Like, imagine being with a bitch that's got 100+, and it's like a third strike. Like, oh shit. But she's like oh, and then I know like if I play or because remember fighting games are a good indicator of the person. And it's like wait. She only has so high because she happens to be a porn star. I was like, I respect it. It's your job. At the end of the day, it's like a job. And like, oh no, she's actually loyal. Like, oh, okay, whatever. And even she says like, oh, once I'm doing like, maybe she's the kind of girl like 100%. Like, to some dudes, whatever. Like, I want to care. But like, no, I'm on this whatever. It's good money. But like, hey, you know what? I can actually do what I want. I could be third strike. Think about it. That's why to me, I'm open, right? Because I've seen it in movies. Like, imagine you're a chick and this is the only thing you do. Whatever. Who knows life? But then we meet and they're like, oh my god, she's a huge fan. Watches my channel, and then it's like. Nah, like, you know what? Like, after we get together, I actually want to quit this. Like, okay, it's good money, but if I know I can stay with you, I can do what I've always wanted to do, and then we get to play like third strike. Like, oh, then, like again, and I know at the end of the day, my teacher's saying, but my teacher same as the math teacher, he said, you don't truly know someone until you've been with them for about a year. I was like, damn, that's why. That's why to me, people who get married early is the stupidest mistake. That's why, like, even then, at the end of the day, like any girl I gave a chance to, like. Either the way to put it is, I mean, guys have a chart. There's a dude called Homath, and I've been watching his shit religiously, and his shit's funny. But it's like, and he's true. Like, and the thing is, as someone who's like a player, like, dude, I've kind of inherently known a lot of these, and I know that women and men have a different rating when it comes to rating a partner, right? Like, dudes can have like, okay, I can sleep with you, but I don't see as marrying you. Bitches don't, like, to a degree, kind of have that, but not really. Modern women kind of do, but that's why it's ruined it. Like, they can't be dudes. They're trying to be dudes. Like, no, only dudes can sit here and bang chicks and be like, you can stay there. Like, there's two tiers of bang and won't marry, and then bang and maybe I can marry. Like, there's this tiers. Like, and to me, no, I thought about that. Like, even all the VTubers that said I'm gonna bang, I'm like, I could see myself sleeping and dating them. I don't see myself marrying a single one of them. I don't, because there are core things to. I know what I want in life, right? I'm a Buddhist. I want someone who has a very similar religion to me. I think there's no exception. So either you're an atheist or a Buddhist. I won't accept any other religion. Fucking. I think again, unless you're a small percentage. Very few people can be together if you have opposite religion. Like that's very rare. And to me, even for me, it's like I'm very strong in my beliefs, where it's like, nah, fuck that shit. I don't see my because I think most religions are retarded. So to me, if I see a bitch who's Christian or I'm like, you're an idiot. I refuse to marry an idiot. Whatever. And then certain thing. And again, obviously, like a good I can see myself dating a random hoe who doesn't play gaming, but very clearly, I'll never marry a bitch that doesn't. Right. So some dudes, and everyone's got their spectrum, but to me, I'm too involved into it to not be married with a chick who cares about gaming. But I also realize I don't care if she's good or not. Like, okay, I have at least that. Like, she doesn't have to be the best or fucking. Because if that was the case, I'm fucked. There is not a single top tier ass gamer girl. Like, there are sure, but like, dude, hey, hell no. So I'm glad I at least have that standard. Imagine if I had to look for a bitch that plays Third Strike and actually has to be good. I am not finding that. Because I know girls that play Third Strike and they're all ass. They're good girls though. Like literally, I shit you not, bro. I have a tier list. Like I have my tier list. Okay, here are girls that I want to date. Here's my biggest ones that I simp. Like I have 2 girls that I'm like the biggest simp for, but only to date and bang. I don't see them as like maybe potential, right? Potential waifu. But there are 2 right now that are like, I could probably see myself marrying you. And guess what? The main reason I know they're there, they play games I fucking like. You know, like they like, oh, she plays Third Strike, she plays MBC3 and Escape from Tarkov. That's waifu material. Because that's what matters to me. You know? And the thing is, most men don't know how to internalize, you know, them. And even now, that's why I want to get a lot more dating experience when hopefully I get more famous and shit. Because like, I still don't know, like, okay, what limit am I willing to deal with? Or like, okay, this, that, whatever. And that's why, like, I seen a good video that says that dudes need to date a lot. That's why they get fucked over and have shitty wives and shit, because they don't know what to look for. Like it's not hard to know what you want to look for in a relationship, but it's hard to know what you want to look for in a wife. You know, that is actually long. Why am I going off on this random tangent about fucking this shit?
So we're talking about hoes and shit. Man, fucking Vile, man, he felt on us. Well, I already met up with the wife, man. I'm gonna end up heading home and that.
Yep. All right, man.
I will hit you up probably tomorrow if I see you're on.
Oh yeah, dude. I'll be
in the chat.
easy, you know,
Yeah, I'll
through
check
the
on.
week I'm free.
So ways, no trust is left is gone. Yeah, it's gone. Might as well speed up. Open the legs, I might as well beat up. Yeah, love the money, I never could get enough. I'm in your head, I might as well call you bluff. You're not as hot as me, I got the heat though. No, talking down on me, you still beneath. No, I know it's hard to believe I play for keeps though. Yeah, up past that tree, we can't disagree. She get on her knees, she got a degree. Swimming 7 seas, but I'm still floating though.